Good evening, race fans, and welcome to V8ESC, brought to you by BSTV. That's lots of individual letters and numbers, but it all makes sense to us. We are here for rounds 13 and 14 of this particular championship, and we are at Motegi East. That's twin ring Motegi for the rest of us, and it's the East Circuit. It's the smaller one. It's the one without the massive ovally bit that's in the middle. Which gives it its full name. 18-degree track and minimal cloud. So we won't expect the track temperature to rocket up like it sometimes does in Japan. I'm Pete Bingham, and in the booth with me this evening is Stacey Jeffries. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. How you doing?
All good, thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to some V8 action. Also in the booth is Barbecue Bill Switzer.
Good evening, Pete.
Awesome stuff. And also in the booth is Useless Kneecaps, also known as Wobbly Kneecaps, also known as Viva Kneecamp. So good evening, Wobbly.
Good evening, Pete.
And then last but by no means least, and will never be forgotten, is Sam Boozan, who does all the technical stuff that none of the rest of us can do. All we can do is watch and talk. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening.
So this is the Racetech V8ESC League. It's been going for a long time now. This is our 10th season. We have seen in this season a change to the normal schedule, which is instead of doing it on regular weeks, which follow official weeks, etc., we've spread it out over the year. And whilst that's been good for some, it's not been good for others. And tonight we've ended up with 12 cars to race. You may think, oh, 12 cars, that's a bit painful and boring, isn't it? But V8s are a creature unto themselves. Sometimes we've seen races with only 8 cars being as dramatic as those with 30 cars. We've had both of those extremes in this particular series over the years. I raced in the official last night, and I'll let Sam tell you about that later, because I'm sure he'll relish telling you how.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll relish telling you how terribly I did. There may have been spins. There were definitely crashes. I didn't speed in the pit lane, which is unusual, and my pit stop was good, but everything else was terrible. We've got a 30-minute qualifying session, which is ongoing now. Stacey, you've broadcast with me on V8s before. They are an absolute monster of a car to control, and we've seen people embarrass themselves a little bit. We've seen people shine completely, and tonight will be no different, I don't think.
Oh, definitely think we're going to see some fun tonight for sure with these guys. As you said, there might only be 12 cars, but they're definitely going to put on a show. If not, it's going to be the Pete and Wobbly show.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. So brings me on to...
That's the only reason I'm here.
Absolutely. So, Wobbly, you're not that good at GT4. We've seen that in the past. We've seen what you do on a Sunday with the TCR. Best not mention that, really. And you've done a V8 before. Tell us about your V8 experience. I'm really keen to hear it.
It's a really fun car to drive. I mean, it has no ABS, it has no traction control. And every time you hit the pedal, the car just wants to get all that power on the wheels, and you just have to be really, like smoothing, caressing a girl. You gotta caress it around the corner, right?
Oh boy.
It's something that Bill and Pete haven't done in years. So it's a really fun car to drive. It really lends itself for close racing. I mean,
How did you know that? Have you been peeking? Damn you.
I got this camera set up on your home. Right in the corner. Look at your right. That's me.
So, yeah, that's interesting. Can't say I agree with all of that statement, apart from the bit where I've not touched a girl for years. But anyway, so yeah, it is a beast of a car to drive, Bill, isn't it? It's you'll tell us about the technicalities, but you do need to be very, very sensitive with the use of the throttle. What I was finding last night was if you get anywhere near the brake pedal, the car wants to murder you. Nobody else seems to have that problem, apart from one other chap that isn't in this league. He was just a randomer from the rest of the sim racing community. I ended up stone last, as Sam will regale you with later. The braking is a key feature of this car, isn't it, Bill? The back end wants to come round and kill you in a variety of different ways.
Yeah, you suffer with a car that's not really a race car per se. I mean, it is purpose built, but just the same, it's got a spool rear end which wants to kill you in the first place. Just like that. Did you see Jamie Wilson just then? I mean, he hit the brakes and wham, it totally sideways. It's got a lot of power. Doesn't have too great of a set of tires on it, and it takes a lot of finesse and care to drive this thing successfully. And that's kind of an oxymoron. I mean, in racing, you want to step on the pedal and go fast. This thing, it's like walking on eggs. You got to be so careful with this car. And they tell you, you're driving in too deep, and you're doing this and you're doing that, but yet they drive away from you. The other guys who were telling you is driving away from you like you're parked on the side of the road. So it's really a difficult car to get good at. And they tell you once you find it, you find it. Well, I tried for 8 years and I didn't find the damn thing. So, but it.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, there's another one. Look at that. Pretty good recovery by Stephen Phillips. Until he hit. Check that until he hit the wall. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, go on, Bill. Carry on.
No, that's okay. I'm basically finished. That it's a very difficult car to get your hands on and do well with. As a matter of fact, I don't want to. Wobbly's off my Christmas card list now, but I got to say, the first time I saw him drive this car, he did remarkably well considering. I mean, he lasted quite a ways before he pole vaulted into a wall. I forget where we were. But
no, I didn't. I got killed.
No, but he did remarkably well. It's a very hard car to get good at. So anyway, it's a journey to watch these guys. It really is. But even though we have 12 cars, we got the major players, most of them, which is pretty good. That always helps. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and Stacey, Car 11 is here, and as you learned last time you joined us at the booth, he's a force to be reckoned with in terms of speed. He's on the top of the championship by a massive 500 points. Jamie Wilson is in second, Kenzie is in third, Adam is in fourth, and Tony Kloosterman, surprisingly, is in fifth. And Tony is 800 points behind his teammate. Is it his sister teammate? Is his sister teammate, Chris Jackson, Car 11, Mary Jackson. Who in this field can take it to Car 11? Who's got the skill and the capability to elbow him off that top spot?
Now that is a question, isn't it? I don't want to ruin anyone's race.
Yeah, for those at home that are watching thinking, what's that all about? Stacey has an uncanny ability and a very surprising capability to hex drivers by cursing them by wanting them to win. So that hesitation is completely understandable. I don't think I've ever been a victim of it because I'm never that good, therefore I won't be summoned to the front of the field by Stacey's curses. Secondly, I'm generally just not that good. Whereas Wobbly, you've been a victim of Stacey's curse at least once, because I can remember her saying that Wobbly's going to win, and then bang, smash, crash. Destruction followed.
Like Wednesday.
That wasn't his fault, though.
Wednesday. Yes, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, you got cursed to death, didn't you? Who's your money on tonight, Wobbly?
I think my money is on Greg. I seen him do a couple of laps, and I really feel like he's right up there with Chris. And I think he's just unfortunate that he couldn't string the sectors together, because if I'm watching his sector times, the sector times are actually faster than Chris's, but just not on one lap.
Okay.
So I gotta put it to Greg. Sorry.
Greg, yeah. Greg is in NQRB. His teammate is Tony Kloosterman. Greg's one-time teammate was Gary Croft. If you remember, Bill. This is PS, which is pre-Stacey, and therefore obviously pre-K, which is K for knob, and therefore pre-knobhead, which is Wobbly. That was Wobbly's fake laugh, by the way. It took me
No,
a
that's
while
my
to
real
pick
laugh.
up on it as well. That's your real laugh. Okay, it sounds
When
a
I
lot
find
like
something really
fake
funny, I'll laugh like that.
That's class. So anyway, so Bill, Gary used to race with Greg, and they were Team GC. Gary had a concussion that lasted. It's still on, I think, and he still doesn't race. It'd be great to have him back, but only when the time is right. But Greg taking it to Car 11. Do you think there's the capability there?
I'm not quite sure about that. There's one person that used to race with us with a little bit that I think's got the capability to beat Car 11, and that's Nicole Foggy. That's the only one I can really think of that can put it to him. And other than pulling some guy from Scops or something, But I have to tell you, Nicole Foggy, he's a guy that can make a baby buggy go fast. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's definitely got antennas sticking out of his head there someplace. I'll tell you, he's quite a driver, no doubt.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody win a V8 race in a milk flow, but I'm pretty sure that he's one that could do it. Marco Nemela can also achieve greatness.
Marco probably could too. Yeah, but of course I'm going to announce one thing here. As a matter of fact, our announcer Pete Bingham one time beat Nicole Foggy. So there you go.
No, I didn't. I came in second behind him, if you remember. And Johnny Brandon, this was at Barber Motorsports Park. And Johnny Brandon said, because I was in the interview room afterwards with Johnny, and I was like, yeah, I came second. And he went, yeah, he only came second because Nicole Foggy had no setup, arrived on the night, drove it straight away with no setup. He was on baseline while he was so close to it.
Oh, shut up, Johnny. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what happened there. I used to be relatively error-free with this car. I wasn't fast. I just didn't crash very much. Now, apparently...
Fast.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. In any car. I've managed to finish on the podium in a few races, and nobody still knows why. Your provisional top three we'll go for at the minute is Chris Jackson, Mary Jackson, Car 11... whichever one you want to call him. He's currently on the top of the pile provisionally on a 118.81. Now, Sam, what was the fastest time anywhere near our official race last?
I think it was Tony in quali, and it was a 19.4. So
yes.
Basically the time he just put in this session.
Yes, actually, he's done almost exactly the same. He's done better, actually. A 119.36, which is, for one, between here and there, it's nothing. The difference. Whereas I did a 121.426, I think it was, Sam. That sounds right, doesn't it? And I got myself towards the back of the field. Nobody is as slow as me tonight. Nobody in this field is as slow as I was last night.
Well, since you admitted that, Pete, before we started, I ghost drove out there just to see, and I've been in this car in a long time, and I diddled around, turned about 10 or 15 laps out there, and that's what I got. About a 124.5 was the best I did. I thought, oh Jesus, how bad is that? God.
Yeah.
In 3 laps they're going to be lapping me. I said, screw that.
Yeah. It is a brutal car to drive. And Stacey, in terms of rear-wheel drive, devilishness and the evil that is rear-wheel drive, most sports cars are, to be fair. What's your experience of driving around high-speed circuits like this? Because this one is very high velocity, big straights, heavy braking zones. Lots of corners where you need to carry speed. Well, not like that though, Marco.
Zingo!
Yeah, that's the extreme version. But
wow.
What's your experience of seeing or experiencing cars driving on circuits with high velocity rear wheel drive?
Well, I've witnessed Martin driving like an absolute lunatic in a real car, and that's actually round Silverstone. But myself, I haven't.
Right, okay, well, Silverstone's still a high-velocity track. It's probably one of the most high-velocity. It's a parking lot. Well done, Wobbly. You've just earned yourself. I don't know how many enemies right now, but,
I love Silverstone, but, I've not... I haven't got a heavy right foot, unfortunately, like Martin, so... yeah, I'm a little bit Miss Daisy, especially
Yeah.
me and Carr.
Stacey, just tell Wobbly where you worked for a number of years.
Silverstone Circuit.
Oh, there you go. You see.
You mean on the parking lot?
Oh, dear, that's funny. So we got Jamie's inset camera. What other cameras have we got tonight? Sam, is that the only one?
Yeah, it's the only one for today.
Only one for today. We haven't got Wobbly's beautiful chin to look at today. There's that genuine laugh again, folks. That's it there, right there. Okay, so we're going to go around a lap with these cars. If we can find somebody, hopefully Jamie will do us a favour and allow us to go on board with him for a whole lap. So we cross the start-finish line. All the turns on Motegi are affectionately named by corner number. So this is turn 1. Second gear corner. You don't want to do it like that, Jamie, and that's a bit wide. And is he going to abandon it? No, he's going to carry on. Into turn 2. 3, this is where people die lots. 4, you can die here as well. 5 is also a death trap. And then we head down the straight here. Straights don't have names, this is a Japanese track. Slick as you like glass. Turn 6, under the bridge, which is where Sam was saying was it you saying he got murdered, or was that Wobbly? I don't know. Anyway, we continue up here. We end up in turn, I don't know, is this 8? I've lost count now. I think it's 8. And then turn 9. You need to be very, very gingerly touching the gas through all those corners, to be fair. Not a heavy braking zone, even though it feels like it, into turn 10. Fire it up this little straight here. You get up to 5th gear, but that's all you get on this one. And then you need to get down to 2nd. Suck it in. Oh, he's lining himself up for a
I know what he's doing. Okay, okay.
So we will actually, if that's alright, Sam, stay with Jamie for another lap, because hopefully he won't absolutely nail it in turn 1 and screw it up again.
I just learned something. I wondered how come. Now I know why I go off that last turn all the time. Wow, that was cool. Okay.
Alright, okay. There's Adam getting out of the way. We're carrying on here. That's Kenzie in front, I think, in that team down under car. I might be very, very wrong. Ooh, that's a bit of a wiggle into turn 3 and 4 and 5. Whoa. Yeah. And then Kenzie's getting out of the way there to let us through. That's an NQR car ahead of us. We're going to take a bit of curb here. No, we're not. We've missed it. That's not the cleanest bit of driving from Jamie, but he's got cars all over at the moment. For only 12 cars being on the track, they all seem to be around him. We took it in here. We're going to drop to 3rd gear. We're already in 3rd gear, actually. That's a bit different to my gear ratios from last night. You can change the gear ratios in this car. It's a bit of an evil car for that. Down to 2nd gear. Take a bit of curb here. He's done well there. Squirt down here with lots of wheel spin. That's never going to help. Too greedy on the gas there for Jamie. And he's actually boxing the car. So he's not happy with that. And I wouldn't be either. Not that I know what I'm talking about, because I'm rubbish. So, Stacey, how did you find that as a pair of laps?
Yeah, that's not bad, but I don't like this circuit. It looks a tad boring, to be honest.
Really? Right.
See what I mean, Stacey? Right, left, right, left. Feel like you're in the military, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it's true. What is it that you find less than exciting about it?
Well, for a start, I don't think they should have a few more different corners, and then you've got that whopping, straight, which is it's not my kind of track.
Yeah, and Wobbly, what's your opinion about Motegi East?
Every corner looks the same to me. I mean, it is fun to find the grip because it isn't there. So if you finally find it, it is fun.
Yeah.
But in the end, it lends itself for good racing, but it's a boring track for me. It's just like Silverstone.
I think
I keep running in circles and just coming back to this point, right?
Oh, look at that! Oh, Vincent!
That's a nasty snap.
Yeah, that's a destroyed wheelie bin.
We'll have to put the wheelie bin car into a wheelie bin. I tell you.
Yeah, it'll fit now as well because he's taken at least like 3 feet off the front of it. So I do get what you're saying. My opinion is that turn 1. Hang on. Yeah, turn 1 feels like turn 6. Turn 2 feels like turn 7, and I got them both mixed up many times yesterday when I was doing the official and crashed a lot. It's not the most exciting. It's very flat, even though there are hills involved in it.
Yep.
Yeah, and the tarmac isn't the grippiest, so you can't get the most momentum out of it. Having said that, everybody's suspect to the same criteria, so it actually makes for reasonably exciting racing round Motegi. And last night was no different. What's your take on it, Sam? You raced last night with me. Well, when I say raced, I'm abusing the word. You raced. I kind of cantered around at the back. What's your opinion on the track? Are you equally a hater?
No, it's kind of a good track. You just have to be aware that if you're stuck behind a rock solid car that doesn't move in the middle of the corner, you're just stuck behind them. There's no place to move on that track, which is the boring thing about this one for me.
Yeah, and I was thinking about care to share any names, but then I realised what you were on about, and realised that one of those names is in here tonight. So we'll skirt straight over that one.
But Pete, you forget corners on loads of tracks, right? How did you manage to drive that one?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, if you drive towards a corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have heard you say like a couple of times, which corner is this again?
Oh,
Not on
yeah.
this track, but on other tracks.
Oh no, and Wobbly's right at this point. My ability to retain information for short term is awful. So I get a little bit bored as I'm making my way around a track, especially if I'm on my own for a length of time. So I will literally ask the people I'm racing with, which turn is this again? And that is ever so slightly, and I'm talking second, before a crash. And I don't know why that is. You know, it's a coincidence, really, isn't it? It's nothing. Small brain, you think?
When
you know how many degrees I've got?
when Pete asked that on the intercom or on the chat, everybody clears the track immediately if he doesn't know what turn he's on. He goes, oh my god!
It is true. That has happened before. Literally has happened before. People have bailed off the track because I've said that. Because they think I'm somewhere near them. But yes, I have a very poor short-term memory, and I'm easily distracted. Le Mans is the full track at Le Mans is one of those tracks where I'm like heading down one of the straights. They all look the same, obviously, especially in the dark, which you do get a lot of night races. And I'm like, I wonder what I'll have for dinner. And I could really do with buying some new. Oh dear, I appear to have crashed my car to the wall.
Pete, did you notice that we have? Speaking of Le Mans, we have Ivan No Headlights Batman's here.
Yeah, we do. That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever broadcast in my life.
God. Jeez.
Were you in that broadcast, Stacey, where Ivan was rolling around with no headlights?
I'm not sure.
No. You'd have remembered it if you were.
Oh yeah.
He was the ultimate stealth car, wasn't he, Bill?
Being an old man, I had to rush to the bathroom. Oh my god, that was funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. Oh.
You would literally see cars like heading round Indianapolis corner, like 2, 3, 4, and then the shadow would appear, and you were like, what? And people were literally like coming round corners thinking, oh, there's no cars here. Oh my god, there's a car! And like bailing off the track to try and avoid Ivan. Because they couldn't even see him. He'd already crashed his car, and his front lights and his rear lights had all gone. And he was still touring around the track. It was hilarious stuff.
And the funniest thing was when we interviewed him, he didn't realize it either. He still could see okay, because of the iRacing program doesn't realize that, and it's still showing him a lit track where nobody can see him though. That was great. That was
so
funny.
Oh dear. A little bit of weed came out that night, it has to be said. Anyway.
Absolutely.
We're only 1 minute away from the end of qualifying. And Carr 11 has seen it sufficient that he doesn't need to do any more laps because he's in the pits. He's improved on his time already and done a 118.77.
Whoa.
Kenzie. Oh, lovely.
Oh, nice slow motion. Look at that. Whoa. Is he gonna go over? Not quite. Wow, that was close.
I see him bouncing on their back tires.
Yeah, we could have done with a turtle there, couldn't we,
okay,
Stacey?
let's finish the front end off too. Did you see, Pete, that Jamie Mcknight has made a appearance here? I just noticed his name in there. He's down in 11th position. There he is, right there on
oh
the
my
screen.
God! Oh, it's the train announcer. Ooh. So, folks, we once did a race around. It was a Champions race at Christmas around Oxford Plain, which, for those of you that don't know what that is, it's just a circular circuit, really, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, it's in the middle of Maine. What do you expect? But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And it was a demolition derby because we wanted a bit of fun for Christmas. And he was the funniest race announcer ever. He was on the track. We were all on the track. We were all in, which is always chaos. That was an unusual entry into pit lane. I should have done that last night. And Jamie Mcknight was the funniest race announcer. He sounded like someone who was announcing trains. And I hit him about 5 times. Still didn't kill his car. It was unbelievable. So anyway, we have a 30-minute race followed by probably a massive and dramatic pause while we figure out how to launch the second race, which is going to be 60 minutes. So,
or watch this carefully. We may not be able to do the second one.
There might be that as well, Bill. Yep, that might happen. We're going to have to ad-lib and talk at length while we cover for Sam trying to set everything. So we will talk through, once the session goes live, what the finishing order is for this one. And I will talk you through some tactics.
Well, no surprise in qualifying. Car 11 is on the pole position. 118, what does that say? 790, is that? Wow.
Yes. Yeah, 77 it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, 77.
Yeah, so we'll see where everybody else stacks up in a minute. Looks like we're getting towards official time now. 3 seconds left to official, and there we go.
There's our grid. Wow.
So, go on, Bill, if you want to read us through.
Alrighty, starting on pole is Chris Jackson from Never Quit Racing A. Greg Carr, Never Quit Racing B in second. Vincent Skillback, Wheelie Bins in third. Tony Kluseman, NQRB, qualified fourth. Fifth is Kenzie Newhoff, Team Down Under. Sixth, Adam Wright, BSTV Esports Green. Seventh, Nikolai Bogotyrev, Don't Bug Me Racing. Eighth is Marco Lewert, VTS Esports. Ninth is Robert Woodhouse in Concord Racing. 10th is Stephen Phillips for Dachshund Racing. 11th Racing. 11th is Jamie Mcknight in NQRA. And 12th, Jamie Wilson, which is a surprise team Chimera. And 13th, our favorite, Ivan Batmans from Track Velocity Racing.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I used to race V8s with Stephen Phillips. He was my teammate. Poor guy. He did all the success. I did all the bringing up the rear. You've got the inset picture from Jamie. This is a standing start. We've got 30 minutes of unofficial racing. When I say that, it means it's not on the sim racing service. With no lights at the moment. We're obviously waiting for someone to join. It is Greg Carr on the grid now. Strangest camera angle there, Sam. The most bizarre, but I'm sure in about 3 or 4 seconds time.
Looks like a crocodile looking out of the water.
It doesn't. Oh, and they're gone. Oh, somebody stepped out. Is that Kenzie?
Yeah.
Kenzie's having a slice of this straight away. He's having no trouble at all getting
I'm
himself
going
to the
through
front.
here.
Right, turn 1 at Motegi is a messy job. I expect somebody off on the grass. Oh, no, that's good.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys were in the official last night, or tonight, if I know what Adam did. Oh, Cocam.
Love this.
That is great, isn't it, Stacey? Everybody fans out across the track. This was the scene of a murder, an absolute murder in TCR. won't mention that to Martin though. Anyway, so everybody's bailing into turn 4. That where are we now? We are looking at Vincent Skilbeck in his wheelie bin. He is. Oh, he's down 3 places. How has that happened? Anybody see that?
Well, that was because Kenzie went flying through the middle, picked up 2 or 3 spots right there. He's ahead of Adam and Vincent, who were started in front of him, actually.
Yeah, I think that Adams followed Kenzie through that gap and moved himself forward. Yeah, definitely.
That could be.
Yeah.
Those never quit racing guys. They're already gapping the others.
Yeah, that's
yeah, you're right.
Carr 11 and Greg Carr. Yep.
Yeah, they're stretching that out.
Oh, who's that? Kenzie making a move inside of Vincent?
Oh
no, that's Nikolai.
Vincent.
Wow, Nikolai. That was a good move, though. Wow. That was
no,
no.
this round.
Hang on to it. Attaboy.
Nice save.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
save.
that's a
But
shame.
did you see what was going on there, Stacey, or not? I didn't really. Oh, hang on. Who's that? It's Jamie.
Wow.
Sorry to have asked you a question and then gone ridiculous with you. Did you see what happened with the Nikolai job, Stacey, or not?
He had to get booted. How come he went off like that?
Yeah.
He must have been booted.
Oh no! Look at that.
Nope, he just lost it on his own. He overcorrected.
And that, folks, is the V8. That's what it does to you. It promises the world, and then it strips you of all your hope.
and Jamie is a very accomplished driver, so
He is, yeah. So Vincent gives Nikolai a bit of a bump and a nudge because there was no room. Then he gets a proper nudge, and then a bit further down, Jamie's car snaps in front of him and sends him off into the nether.
I guarantee you that was not good. Pretty sure.
Which one?
This one.
Let's have a look.
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think that
They would have
Nikolai... Yeah, Nikolai had already lost it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like he turned down on him, and I think Nick. Who was it? Vince. Jeez. Went off like a,
Hey,
I'll
just
tell you, he went off like a bullet, didn't he?
What, at all? That's a bit bonkers.
It's back. What? Or it isn't.
Hey, right, we had technical difficulties there, folks. We thought we'd never get away from Jamie crushing his car, but apparently we can. So, we are watching... Ooh, oh dear.
There's Stephen Phillips. Wow.
Steve,
Wow.
what are you doing, mate?
What the heck happened there? He doesn't have a fender. He doesn't have
Where's
a...
everybody going?
No, I have a theory, but what is going on? Well, I have a theory behind Steven's tactic. Steven's tactic is...
Here it comes. Here it comes.
No way. Oh.
That was a bad rejoin.
That's an awful rejoin, real. Well, was it? He was coasting along the edge of the track, and Steven still. Let's have a look from Steven's perspective. So Vincent's still, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right, Stacey. Yeah, I suppose Steven could have given him a bit more room.
Vincent had a lot of track there. He could have moved over a little more, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, Steven,
I'm
you
not
mean?
sure. No. If that was me in the car, I'd be like, okay, I'm coming down. I've got my racing line. You would have thought the person that's gone off is going to look and probably carry on further down the side before they regain.
I'd agree with you, actually, yes. That would have been my take on the... Well, oh dear, that's what happened originally. Oh my word!
That 10-4 landing.
Wow.
That probably
Steven,
explained the move afterwards.
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sam's worked this one out for us, guys. Oh dear. Oh, that's painful.
With the net code, sadly, Steven's paid a price, but yeah.
I was wondering if Steven was trying to give him a little hip check for a thanks a lot, but he got the bad end of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, here we go again. Not that I need to see this for a fourth time. So that's...
Wow.
What is a really hard one?
That is massive, isn't it? Oh, and you see that I didn't know that the Armco Armco barrier was magnetic, but apparently it is because it absolutely kept hold of his car. That's sad. I thought that Stephen was using a unique tactic of trying to reduce the overall weight of the vehicle in order to make his car faster, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. NQR, by the way, are running away with it, Stacey. They are absolutely on a march.
Look at
I
Adam.
don't think anyone's going to catch these.
Adam and
He's
Kenzie
going to
are having a
struggle,
nice
isn't
little
he?
battle.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to get on terms with them for sure. Kenzie, meanwhile, has got himself a windscreen full of Adam wobbly and is going to do what he can to get round that car.
So I'm curious, is Kenzie Dutch or is he Australian?
Who? Kenzie?
Yeah.
Kenzie is very, very Dutch.
Why is he driving the team down under?
Why do you drive for BSTV?
Because I have no friends.
And that might be the case for Kenzie.
Welcome to the club, pal.
Well, the difference there, and I think Stacey will agree with me, is that Kenzie's a really nice guy. And, well, you know, I don't need to say anymore, do I?
No.
So it's wobbly.
And I see that doesn't wash.
I'm really nice, but just not to you, Fetty.
That's close. And you're such a knob. Anyway, so these are the two most lethal corners on the course. That was turns 3 and 4. NQR are still stretching their legs. They've got call it 4 seconds between them and Adam. Then we've got back here, we're looking at Jamie Mcknight, who's up 3 places from the start, closing in on Bob Woodhouse, who we know is very handy. He was in tonight, wasn't he, Sam? Where did he end up? Do you remember?
No, I've not looked at the result, to be honest. But he did pretty well. I think he led the race for a few. Yeah, he did pretty well. I think he was in the top 3 or something. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he was
Maybe
pretty
second.
handy last night.
I think he ended up second at the end. So
Wow.
He was way high up. Yeah, because I let him past. Because obviously I was rubbish. Who's laughing? Who's laughing? I can hear laughing.
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay, I can't really
And
say
everybody
much,
watching
can
as
I?
well.
Excellent. Okay. Let's see if there's anybody on the chat saying anything even worse. Not yet, funnily enough. How ironic. Oh, Tyler's on the chat, so let's ignore the chat for a while.
Why is he driving?
Because I think he's doing some sort of he's doing some sort of kumbaya thing in a forest somewhere in North America. Naked, probably. In his sex
Let's hope
cult,
not. Please, no.
Maybe VR's headset, right?
Elizabeth, I don't think she's in the sex cult. I think she's like a proper, normal human, whereas Tyler, very sex cult, yeah. Where did Jamie end up? He's back on track. He must have visited the pits. I'm going to have a look and see who's been in the pits. No, he hasn't. Oh my god. Wow, that is talent. Driving a V8 that is absolutely mongolooded. That's a new word, by the way, for that car.
I think what helped his damage a little bit, though, Pete, he went into a tire wall, which, even though he was going 300 miles an hour, it reduced a little bit of the damage anyway.
I'm pretty sure that Wobbly will agree with me. The tyres on iRacing are as good as concrete, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna murder your car, man.
Yeah.
It's like a self-assassin, just when you go up to a tire, you hear this sound like bam, 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 like Jaws.
That doesn't sound like rubber to me, pal.
Yeah. Have you had Mark? Hang on. Whoa. Ooh, he held him out there.
He's got him. Wow.
Yeah.
That was a nice pass.
That.
That was a nice pass.
It was a good pass. And Stacey, has Martin ever crashed into tyres that are like concrete?
Probably.
Did he have a strop as much as he was doing last night after his cider and beer or not?
Oh, you're getting a couple of hand signs right now.
Oh, really? Excellent. Is it gentle waving? Is like he's queen?
I don't know. It may be a different form of waving maybe, I don't know.
Right, okay, yeah.
Well,
Understood.
all I can say, Martin, if you're listening, I can understand why you're hammered with all the support you're getting. Let me tell you.
That's class.
Last lap, Jackson was like 8/10 faster than Craig's one. The last one was 1:20 or something, and Craig's 28. It's insane how fast he's pulling away.
Actually, yeah. I mean, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, Chris Jackson, you know, when he first started, he was very aggressive, used to crash a lot, and I'll tell you, he's worked damn hard. I mean, Chris is kind of a friend of mine. I talk to him quite a bit, and he's worked very hard at getting good at this car and learning all the little ins and outs about it, and he's a master at it now. He really is. He's so good in this thing. It's unreal.
Yeah, he's a bit of an alien. We've seen him win by a ridiculous margin before. A bit like we used to see with Nicole Foggy,
Yep.
Bill.
Yep.
Nicole was like, he won by 2 days on Bathurst, if you remember.
I think it was almost a minute he was ahead of the second place car. Unreal.
The fight behind Adam looks pretty fun. There's like 3 cars all back together.
Yeah, it's Marco, Bob, and
Jamie Mcknight, yeah.
Yeah, Ant Woodward, by the way, if you're wondering where he is.
I heard he got injured.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said hello from hospital. I was like, oh my god, it must be serious. Sorry, I couldn't make it this week. Had surgery on his fractured jaw. So I said, damn, dude, who did you upset? And he said, and sorry, Ant, but I had to laugh like lots and lots. I had to mute myself from the rest of this crew as well because it's funny. He said he fell off his bike. Now, if he'd said he crashed his motorbike, I'd have been like, all right. If he'd said I got wiped out by a car on my motorbike or something, or even a push bike, I'd have been, oh, all right, sorry. But he said I fell off my bike, which makes me have a mental image of someone falling off their BMX and just being silly about it. So I did laugh. It's probably not the most professional thing to have done, but it's what actually happened. So,
Whoa!
Woodhouse, what are you doing?
Bob Woodhouse went deep that time, let Jamie Mcknight by.
Yeah, not the best of tactics, but it's so easily done in this car.
Oh, hell yeah.
And when you spot the same a corner that looks like just another corner, which is what Motegi does to you a lot. Ooh, no,
boom.
Stephen! Oh, behave, mate. Oh, you've not reset, have you? Do you know what happens after Stephen resets?
See you later, alligator.
And he's gone. He's manually
See you later,
disconnected.
alligator. Yep.
Yeah. So, Stacey, Motegi claims its first rage quit. Do you think it's going to be the last?
Nah, if that was me, if I'd crashed, I'd be straight out.
It is very hard, by the way, to get your time back at Motegi. It's a momentum course, so as soon as you start losing time, you lose more time in trying to get time back. If
That's
that
right.
makes any sense.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Do you want to explain that, Bill?
Yeah, I'm very good at that. You know, when you spin off or you get in trouble or something, you get all kind of bent out of shape, and you get, I'm really going to step on this sucker now. And then what happens? It's twice as bad. You spin, as a matter of fact, I mentioned it the other time, Apex Racing, when we were at Olton Park, and I went off that not the first turn. now going down toward the lake, and I sailed off into that infield section up in the field. I'm spinning around trying to get the hell out of there, and I'm going, this is freaking ridiculous. So I just stood on the gas and was doing donuts out in the middle of the field, and they recorded that. Oh,
yeah,
God,
they did. That was funny.
Talk about embarrassing, Jesus.
You've never seen anything so funny as Bill. Came down Cascades at Olton Park, came off the track, obviously. And then he's just spinning round for at least 3 minutes, which is quite a long time on a break. It was so funny.
I was so pissed, I'll tell you. Oh,
sorry, what were you going to say, Stacey?
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen so many spins in the V8 tonight.
And that's because the track Right, so in iRacing and in real life, actually, Japanese tracks have got a reputation for being very slick. They have very minimal grip, and it's the type of tarmac that they use. When they redid Suzuka, as hopefully Wobbly will agree with, Suzuka got quite a lot of grip, didn't it, Wobbly?
Wednesday?
Anyway, we'll move on.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't. Did you crash it at Suzuka or something?
No, nothing. I just made a pirouette to
Oh,
get Fury and stand up and applaud for me.
Yeah.
But did you? I mean, I told you this on Wednesday. The Japanese tracks, I got rubbed in by sushi before you drive on them.
Oh, dear, that's funny.
And if you notice, Japanese tracks are famous for not putting any kind of banking in corners or anything. They're all flat.
No, they're all flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a traditional thing, I think, for Japanese tracks. But because they are so slick and they've got the sushi rubbed into the tarmac, and
that's a good one. I like that. That's a good one.
So there's very little friction, and you're right, Stacey. It's unusual to see so many spins. V8s are easy to spin, really. The way that the car is created and its mechanics lead you to do that. But these guys are generally quite skilled at countering the spin because they drive these cars constantly. Some of these guys don't drive anything but this car. You'll obviously see Marco, who's
big
locked up
lockup.
in front
Big
of
lockup.
Jamie.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is a feature of yesterday's race. He's found that lack of adhesion, and he's off into the wild nearly there. Whereas Jamie's not, but Jamie's obviously not now because he's trying to avoid Marco, and that's what happens. But the spins are generated because the track is so slick. So I'm not surprised you say that, Stacey, because you don't get that sort of reaction at places like Carr or the European tracks because they're just not as slick.
See how riding on board with Jamie, riding on board with Jamie is pretty good because being an Aussie, you can see he's kind of easy with the controls and stuff. He watches the steering wheel. He's not herky-jerking it around a corner. He's approaching the corner nice and smooth. Maybe a little counter steer, not much at all. He even brought this wheel back nice and gentle. Oh, he's making a move.
Oh dear!
Wow, I would have never tried that. But
Jamie got more luck than me yesterday.
Yeah.
wow.
I saw on the replay Sam do the exact same thing to the exact same car yesterday.
Wow.
It didn't work out quite the same way.
Wow.
I mean, Marco's
Oh,
had
there he
elbows
goes.
out.
He's gone.
No, he's got him.
Yeah, Jamie
Just
had
too much
more luck
pressure.
than me yesterday.
Yeah. So we substitute 3 cars for 3 cars now, Stacey. You can throw a small Rizzle paper over all 3 of these guys.
Nikolai's back in the hunt too.
Nikolai did real good last race, right?
Oh, let me tell you, he's come a long way since he started. I tell you.
Nikolai's first race involved wiping me out.
That was a good race then.
For Nikolai, what are you laughing at, Stacey? What's that about? Whose side are you on?
Like I said, I'm here tonight because I knew what he was.
Oh, curb cam. Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like a kid hearing Kenny. Curb cam. Pete's getting all excited about it.
Because I give
I
him
like
candy.
the curb cam. Yeah. I hope that wasn't audible on the stream.
It was. I unmute myself just for
dear.
that one. I was just about to say
Terrible.
that these streams are getting less and less serious over time. This is, and talking about seriousness, I've been sent something that shows Ant on
I
his
don't want to
bike.
know.
Yeah, just watch the
What?
broadcast. Yeah, just.
All right.
We have a bit of time now. I did not show it before because they were a battle, but yeah, just a bit of space. So just gonna switch to it. There we go. We've got our live pictures of Ant doing bikes.
Oh, let me. I've got to see this. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Those are photographs, folks, of Ant Woodward doing exactly what happened.
Where are you
I
looking?
hope you're doing fine, man.
Where is it on the stream?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it was
it
on
was.
YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
I
I
did
don't
PM
have
it. Bill, I did PM it to you on Discord, so let's check it out.
Oh dear, that's funny.
Oh.
the
Bill's found
professionalism of our reporters,
Oh,
that's
jeez.
something, right?
That's
Oh
class.
god, that's funny.
So, yeah, we all feel your pain on. Anyway, Nikolai still trying to keep ahead of Bob Woodhouse, which is impressive. Did Nikolai race with us last night, Sam?
Yes, he did pretty well. In fact, he was
Oh, he was
fighting for the
leading for a
top.
while.
Yeah, he did lead quite a few laps. He did pretty well, and then he had an issue with his VIA, etc. I don't really remember what it was, but he had an issue in the pits, which cost him a lot of time. He ended up behind me just before the end, and then, I followed a dear friend into the gravel trap, and then he passed me.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that gravel trap. In fact, they've named that me now. But anyway, possession is 9/10 of the law after all. So, in terms of team standings, NQRB, just to educate you, that is Greg Carr and Tony, who also in your picture.
Just so you know, if you read that from the website, they are not correct.
Okay, I'm gonna click on something new now and not continue with.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Does anybody know about the... Pete, you drive this car a lot, right? I mean, more than I did.
I have
The-
done in the past, yes.
But
I'm going to
the
caveat
tires.
everything with I have done in the past.
Do the tires really get impacted if you go follow close on the car in front of you, or is it
Yes.
just...
No, yes. I was last night. I got dropped. Sorry, I dropped the car behind me. It was a randomer, and I was following the car in front of me, who was all point. I followed them into turn 1, and where I would normally turn in, which is here right now, in the same instance that Tony is behind Greg, my car had 0 downforce on the front, and my car went straight on in a straight line. And whilst you think, oh, that's just Pete being rubbish, I hope Sam would agree with me, say that this car, if the air is lifted off the front of the car, you need to brake miles in advance of where you normally do, because there is no downforce available. It is heavily impacted by aero relief off the front of the car. Do you think that's right, Sam, or not?
No.
Excellent. Excellent.
I mean, yeah, a bit. But it's not, dramatic. Well,
I'll tell you where you really get it. The Conrad Straight, boy. Let me tell you, at Bathurst.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
there's. It depends the speed of the cars. In fact, turn 1 is a bit, like you said. I think that's true, but all the other corners, I don't think so.
Oh no, the other
No,
corners.
yeah, right.
No, I'd agree with that. You are going too slow there for the aero effect to lift the downward pressure off the front of your car. But turn 1, I think that's probably the only place on here, is enough to upset the car enough. It lifts all the downforce off the car because the aero off the car in front of you is bleeding off the front of your car.
Yeah, but what I find is that it hurts more the tires than the downforce. You really eat up your tires behind someone, and I think that was more the question of Wobbly there. You really get the tires up because of the hot air you get from the car in front of you, and that's just a pain. If you draw back to 1.5 seconds back, and then you start to feel the grip coming back. This is why we see, as we just see with Jamie Wilson doing a very good pass on Ivan. Tony went a bit further back, 1.5 seconds from Greg, and now he's closing in again, which is exactly what I said. The tires fell off because he was just behind, and now he's closing in because he called off his tire, which is,
Yeah. So to answer your question, Wobbly, if you were to see the visual effect of being behind somebody and the downforce being lifted, Turn 1 is the only place really on this track where that takes effect, but you can cook your tyres very easily behind somebody because that effect is still active. Going around all these corners here like this, the slightly slower ones, it's quite a quick track, Motegi, anyway. And because of that, you end up scrubbing the surface of the tyre and it heats up really quick. And as Sam, I should say, pointed out last night, you can cook your tyres very fast and it takes a very long time to cool them down again.
Okay, I'm just back. I just grabbed another beer, so did you guys explain it?
Okay.
I'm just messing with you.
For those people viewing at home, Wobbly is now dead to me, as he has been several times in the past, and will never ever be
even in the booth. I don't
Right,
know.
Absolutely
I'm gonna have
brilliant.
I'm gonna have to admit that I am the reason that I
You said you were alone.
No, I said it would be good to have somebody else. But yes.
Who said somebody else?
Well, what? Anyway, moving swiftly on.
He actually thought no one was turning up, so I think that's why.
Might have been.
I was just feeling sorry.
That's good to know. That's
a normal state.
That really gives me lots of self-esteem.
You're here because you got the knowledge and you're absolutely hilarious.
I think the second part is right, but the first part
Yeah.
I'm just fast, but I don't have knowledge.
Says the big head himself. Anyway, so you watched 5 seconds of Chris Jackson. When we never show more than 5 seconds because he's that boring. He's now 6.5 seconds ahead of Greg Carr in second place. His sister teammate in NQRB. Chris is obviously in NQRA. Chris's teammate is Jamie Mcknight, who is in 6th place, but 5 places up from where he started. He's obviously very, very handy in. Currently ahead of Nikolai and chasing down Adam Wright. As we said before, there are 2 races tonight. You've got the 30-minute sprint race, which is what we are just finishing now. This is the last lap, I think, but race director might tell me otherwise. No, it's the next one.
This is the penultimate lap, Pete.
Very good, thank you. And then we will have probably a massive break because we've got to figure out how we do a second race. And then we will have a 60-minute feature race where tactics and pit stops and all things very convoluted will take effect. And we will see some tactics invade our privacy and affect the race. So,
or we'll see you at Bathurst in October.
Oh, we'll see you at Bathurst in October, yes.
It's really fun to see that Tony is really fast in the first sector, and then the first sector, Chris just slam dunks it, and everything he loses in the first sector, he gains in the third sector somehow, and the other way around for Tony.
Yeah, it's how can I say? It's different driving styles, absolutely. Chris seems to spend his life driving this car and generating. It's generally his setups that get used in that team. From what I hear of the interesting, Nikolai's very much closing in on the back of Jamie now.
He's giving Jamie a lot of fits, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'll be pushing him down the road in a minute.
He sure is.
Jamie's tried to break the toe, but that's generally quite a dangerous thing to do in turn 1.
Oh boy.
As Jamie will speak before, you can easily go around the outside at turn 1 here at Motegi. But anyway, what am I doing?
Pete, you know what? Maybe tonight you ought to call Jamie Jason Wilson. That way you can distinguish.
Yeah, that's
the
a good
difference.
idea, isn't it?
There you go.
When I worked for HMV a number of years ago, for those of you that are in America, they were a music retailer, Oh, here we go. Is that celebratory work there from Mr. Jackson?
He is. Yep. Yes, it is.
Take notes, probably. This is all you want at a race for winning.
Brilliant. Love it. Here he goes. Bit of
He's
wiggle.
waltzing back and forth. You haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah. There we go. Straight over the line and a win for Chris Jackson. So here we go. I worked for HMV a number of years ago. Oh, I can't remember what the hell I'm talking about now.
You were talking about setups, but ended up telling about
Jason Wilson, Pete.
And then Jason Wilson, then Jamie Mcknight.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we ended up with a number of Christmas workers that all had the same name. They were all Karen, which was a bit of a logistical nightmare when you shouted across the shop floor and asked for Karen, and everybody turned around. So I called them. What did I call them now? Dave, Bob, and Jeff. And they still respond to those names today, which is hilarious. Anyway, Jamie Wilson in his absolutely massacred Holden manages to cross the line there and finish the race without having a pit. Ivan Batman's not a stealth car tonight, but finishes behind Jamie. And then,
was all right.
yeah, is that Vincent Skilbeck finishing
Yeah,
in 12?
uncharacteristically finishes way down the line.
Yeah, not good for Vincent tonight. Not good for Vinny. Always good in an interview though. Stacey, what's your take on that race?
Stacey's
Not
got
what
her.
expected.
What did you expect, or rather, why did it not match what you expected?
Well, as I was saying earlier on in the race, didn't expect so many spins and people going off, to be fair. So I expected a bit more racing, a bit more kind of like fighting. And yeah, we didn't see that tonight. But you never know. Next race.
Yeah, you are right. There was very few proper overtakes. We saw Jamie Wilson go around the outside. We saw Adam pull a move. Who else? Jamie Mcknight was making his way through. But was it the drama that we often see? Probably not. Wobbly, your take on the race. In terms of excitement, did it live up to form, or did you think that there could have been better racing?
The first couple of laps were like the first couple of laps on Le Mans. I mean, you just saw cars flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Which was, well, it makes it exciting, right? And
Oh yeah.
and the battle between Adam Kenzie and Jimmy Mcknight in the beginning was very fun to watch. What's that? Sorry, my wife nagging about something.
That's right, folks. This is a live stream.
Gonna be quiet in that house tonight. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm sleeping in another room. But in the end, I mean, it was fun to watch. I mean, the guys were fighting close, and the overtake of Jamie on the outside, and although Stephen got bumped, and they were fighting real tight, and yeah, it's bound to happen that you hit someone. I mean, that's what I do, especially when Pete is around.
That's because you aim at my car.
Oh, that's
the amount of times that I've literally almost soiled myself and my seat because I didn't expect to be absolutely roasted from nowhere by a 4. Unreal.
All right, here's the results of the first race for Carr 11, Chris Jackson in first place. Second was Greg Carr from NQRB in second. Tony Klosterman in third. We just lost the thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. Tony Klosterman, Kenzie New. Adam Wright finished fifth. Good drive for.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I keep losing Bill.
No, barbecue is gone.
I do as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
He's back.
I'll carry us on because.
All right, I got down to Nikolai.
Did you? I'll go back to Adam because it's the last one I heard. Adam Wright finished in 5th for BSTV Esports Green. Jamie Mcknight, we saw very accomplished in 6th for NQRA. Nikolai Bogotyrev finished in 7th for Don't Bug Me Racing. For Concord Racing, Rob Woodhouse, finished in 8th place. Marco Loert, who we know and love, finished in 9th for VTS Esports. Jamie Wilson, who finished with half a car, really, for Team Chimera in 10th. Ivan Batmans in 11th, finished for Track Velocity Racing. Vincent Skilbeck, way down, usually 12th for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. And last, and sadly least, for Stephen Phillips in 13th for Dashhound Racing. Stacey, as you've already said, you didn't expect so much spinning. What do you expect from the second race?
Excuse me, Pete. We're gonna start to run the wheel. This way I have time to set up the session
sorry.
because we will end up finishing the race in 2
I forgot about the wheel of the wheel of destiny, the wheel of misery, depending on how that pans out.
Well,
so
I'm gonna
7.
launch it
It's gonna-
anyway.
It's going to end up 7, I'm sure. 7.
You
Alright,
reckon
take the
7,
bets.
yeah.
Wobbly says
Yeah,
7.
I reckon I'm gonna go for 8. I'm gonna go for 8 just to be annoying.
Ooh.
Here we go. Oh, it's so exciting. I
It's
can
a 4.
pee myself.
It's a 4.
It's a what?
4.
I didn't ask for 4.
It's not a
So,
lot.
that puts
means-
Kenzie pole.
And I'm gonna set up the session. I'll be right back.
Okay, so we're going to lose Sam for maybe even an hour. As we
Go on.
watch the finishing result from the last race. Wobbly, where would you have finished?
I probably would have spun, so 14th.
14th, right, okay. Funnily enough, that's my finishing position.
Oh, then that was
So-
15th.
What?
No,
You'd
if
have
I,
finished
if, no, no.
Hang on, whoa. You'd have finished behind me. You're admitting you finished behind me.
I can't recall saying that.
All right, okay.
No, if I wouldn't have spun, I think I would have come right behind. Maybe Adam. I think I would have been behind Adam. Adam is really fast. I wasn't expecting him to be so good in this car because in the TCR is a bit of struggling. I never see him drive anything other than that besides the
Right.
GTCC one. But he's faster than me in this car. I'm definitely
Yeah.
sure of that.
Adam is one of those annoying human beings where you put him in any car and he does well. He may not win, but he does well.
Are you one of those who are really annoying in every car and just crash?
Yeah, we've established that over many seasons of V8ESC and many broadcasts of BSTV. So we don't want to know about that, so thanks, bye. Stacey, you've raced and you nearly threw up because Martin put you in a VR headset straight away.
did.
And yeah, that goes under the heading of knobhead again. Same as Wobbly. But where do you think you'd have finished racing these V8s?
Probably wouldn't have even started.
You wouldn't have started. Excellent.
I still have my head down the loo being sick from qualifying.
yeah. If I was on VR, I'd be doing the same thing. But I'm on triples, so that's fine. And Bill, we've raced these for a long time, and you and me, we're terrible at this. Where would you have ended up?
Toward the back for sure. Maybe not last. I would have probably finished a little bit better with people that dropped out. But other than that, I was always down at the back end.
Yeah, me too. I've not got the attention span to last for an entire race.
And I got a fuse about 2 inches long. You know, like Stacy was really nice about that little encounter between Vincent and who was it, Steven. You know, like, well, I would get my line back up and all that. I'd be thinking, payback's a bitch, brother. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's a challenging car to drive. As
It
we said.
is. It is.
It's a well, as I found out last night, it can take your I rating away. Donate an enormous amount to other people. Tony ran off with a huge amount of mine last night. Stacey,
I'll tell you one thing, Pete. Excuse me. I think that I was glad to see Tony Klusman perform pretty well here. He's had a tough go recently, and he looked pretty good out there tonight.
He did, and he did last night. Whether he was joking or not, he said he dropped 6 places just so he had somebody to race last night, which made me want to kill him. But Yeah, he was he was very fast last night. Didn't have an answer tonight for his two teammates of Chris Jackson and Greg Carr. But yes, he's a very accomplished driver in this car. I think he's very, very happy that Mount Washington has been released on the service because that fits his rallying career that he did absolutely. We're about to face another hour of racing. I'm going to go and do something indescribable. So I'm gonna leave it with you, Bill, to entertain the troops for a little
my
while.
God!
Oh,
no,
yes.
We'll let Wobbly do it. Okay.
All right, go on, Wobbly.
I'll pass it the stick to Stacy.
You're gonna go around in a triangle now, so I'm gonna go do something indescribable. Back in a sec.
Cheers.
So, Bill, are you still driving actively, or are you?
No, not really. I've had some medical issues, so I've kind of been laying off because I just can't put a full season together. So I've just kind of parked it for a while. And I mean, I'll test once in a while and go to practices, a few practices here and there, but not really. I would like to do a full season possibly next time if the V8 supercar thing is still intact. I really, even though I'm crappy in this car, I really like it. I enjoy driving it. It just gives me, it gives me satisfaction. I'm not even being from America though, I'm not an oval track person. I do like dirt track racing though. I do a little bit of sprint car and late model dirt cars. I like those, but again, that's a crash fest usually. But that's the way we do it over here.
Yeah, it's what I see when you're talking about this stuff here, and you end up bashing the American racing style, right? I mean, the ovals and the NASCAR.
Well, it's funny. I really enjoy the British Touring Car Series. I really enjoy that immensely. And unfortunately, in the States, I just can't get it. I get replays and stuff, and it really annoys me. But there's a lot of bang up and nerfing and stuff in that. And I just really think it's great racing. It's exciting. It's short. Sprint races fast. And I hear a lot of the European people complain about how it's terrible. All this bashing into each other and stuff. I'll tell you, if they ever came to a local dirt track race in the United States, they'd have a heart attack. I'll tell you, it's unbelievable the stuff that goes on. But it's part of it. I mean, they don't do it. Most guys don't do it on purpose, except in the low class. But it does happen. I mean, you're in close quarters next to each other. You put 24 cars on a quarter-mile oval track, dirt. Going 100 miles an hour. You're going to have some contact. It happens. So.
I mean, I find it fun to watch. I mean, I'm the you've seen me racing. I mean, I'm elbows out like free.
That's okay.
Way.
I don't have a problem with that. I really don't.
But I'm not the one who's gonna complain when I get hit. Only if
That's
Pete
right.
hits me. If Pete hits me, then I'm gonna complain.
That's right. Exactly. Well, that's the one thing. That's the one thing about any kind of contact racing is. If you put the chrome horn to somebody, you got to expect to get it back. You're going to get it. It's just that simple. But I don't know. I just, there's a fine line. I mean, there's some people out there that just banging each other for the hell of it, and there's other people that do it. What should I say? Artistically, so to speak. So it can be good. It really can be good. I mean, in America, the farther class you go up, the less of that you'll see. You'll see a little door rubbing and stuff like that, but you'll never see abusive kind of stuff usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do believe that I do watch IndyCar from time to time. I mean, I'm not an expert on it, but the way they handle situations and protests and all that stuff is just way better than we do over here. If you look at the Formula 1, for example, every time you get one little incident, it just gets zoomed in by the stewards and over replayed every time.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's something, shit happens, right? I mean,
well,
it just does.
One of the biggest problems is any kind of this marshalling or protest stuff. It has to be consistent, and we run into that problem here too. I mean, I used to be 20 years ago, I was a diehard NASCAR fan. I wouldn't watch a NASCAR race if you paid me today. And it's just it's just because it's gotten lily white. You know, there's no, they don't have any, they have no stock. You know, everybody's an expert there now. You know, and I don't know. It's just gone. You know, I mean, these guys live large. They all own Gulfstream 5 jets. They have 3 or 4 homes. You know, driving a stock car. Come on, you know, Jesus. Anyway, you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I get so pumped up about that kind of stuff, it just annoys the hell out of me, you know? No, really, it does. It just annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, but the V8s, I mean, the race we just watched was fairly clean. There was this one incident, right, with Steven and Vincent. I mean, yeah, it happens, right?
Yep.
I do get that somebody gets annoyed about it. But the rest, all the other guys are fairly clean. It was really tight, close. It wasn't even door banging, but it was really close.
Right. You know what it is, though? Most of this stuff is heat of the moment. You know, if you can get over it in 10 minutes, you know, it's fine. I mean, we all react, you know, like Pete was mentioning Gary Croft. Gary Croft's a gentleman from New Zealand, really nice guy. I feel so sorry for him with this. He's struggling trying to get over a concussion. He's just had a lot of after effects. It's really, really terrible. But he's an older man like me. But anyway, he one time, you know, of all people, crashed into me at, where was it, Monza. And, you know, I was so mad, you know, but hey, you know, it's part of the ball game. I mean, he went off the course, ricocheted off the wall, and lucky me came along and got T-boned by him, you know. But that's not his fault, but I was, you know, at least, you know, there's a lot of drivers in iRacing, I'm sure you've found, that when they get mad, they swear they have to push the mic button at the same time, you know. I mean, Jesus, you know, I mean, your mouth coming out yelling at somebody shouldn't be connected to the mic button. You know, really? Come on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I remember one time, Tony, we were at Watkins Glen in the supercar, and we came around the 90-degree corner just past the start-finish line, and I spun and got sideways across the track. Tony came along, T-boned me, and he goes, "God damn it," he yells at the top of his lungs with the mic open. I'm going, holy Christ, you know. and he and I are great friends, but I mean, it's the heat of the moment stuff, you know. It happens, you know.
They should be able to rewatch it and just say, "I made a mistake," right?
Yeah. Well,
last Wednesday I drove into Simon. At first I was like, "He killed me" on Discord, and then just the first thing I said, "He killed me," and then Tyler said, "No, it was you." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." I didn't rewatch it. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was my fault."
Yeah, I've done the same thing before, and Gary's been, no, that was all you. That was all you. You proper squeezed him when you shouldn't have done. One of them was.
At fault.
Do you remember I was actually leading a race at Hockenheim?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Where you got punted off by, was it Sam or Spencer or something?
Spencer. But it was a bit of a 50-50 thing, and Gary was very much like, just be careful what you say right now because you didn't give him. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. So
Gary, the great diplomat, huh?
Oh, he is. Yeah. He's
good
very,
thing, huh?
Yeah, he's very good at logically assessing a situation. Ooh, that's Gary. Sorry, no, it's not. It's Greg Carr. They said Gary Carr. That would have been a faux pas of immense proportions. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a quick beer. Otherwise, I can't function.
Another beer. That's what you need, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Come here.
So, Stacey, we've only got 11 cars. I can't think who it is that's not joined us.
Is Stephen Phillips out there?
Yeah, he's on the track. Yeah, third off last. Trying to figure out who it is that's not with us. Oh no, hang on.
On my screen.
That's only 7 that have actually put a time on this. We are in a 10-minute practice, which we're not far off the end of now. 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh yeah, there's Stephen
12.
Phillips is there. I see him.
Yeah, I think we've gained a driver somewhere. But
Come
can't
on.
be possible. We must have started with 13 in the previous race, and that.
Sam, you did it.
Yeah.
You lost the thing. Well done.
Yeah, but we will know if everything was correct once the race has launched. You know, it's not too.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Yeah,
Don't be
Any
negative.
yeah, something
any kind
like
of disasters that can happen.
NASCAR caution flags, or
Oh God.
I don't know,
Yeah.
rolling start, or things like that.
There's a bubble gum on the track. Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be a safety car though, so
Oh God.
That's class.
Oh, look at that! There's the starting grid.
It really is as well. Stacey, do you want to take us? Is that a no?
Stacey, can you hear us?
I can. Pete was saying something, and then just.
Yeah, he wants you to do the starting grid. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't see it very well. My internet's really rubbish.
Okay, in that case, your pole man for the night is Kenzie Niewoff for Team Down Under. Tony Klusterman goes off second for NQRB. His teammate Greg Carr goes off third. What? Oh, we're green already. I didn't even have time.
Kenzie, you just missed the start. He just launched before the green light.
Oh boy.
Joking.
And
Oh, he's gonna get a drive-through. Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna get binned for that.
that's too bad.
Yeah, let's see how far he can get ahead before he has to serve a penalty there. That looks like Marco Lawert trying to do a number on Jamie Mcknight, and not quite managing it just yet. Oh,
Look at
curb cam.
look stuff with all those NQR cars all around him there.
Yeah, they're getting mobbed now.
My CK's telling me Adam crashed.
What?
Adam Wright, did he crash?
No, he's there.
He's there, but yeah, you're right. He's
just wait a
7
minute,
positions
after.
down.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't see him, I just see it on SDK.
Oh wow, he's way near the back there, yeah.
And suspiciously, Ivan Batmans also has a significant amount. So whether that's a coincidence or it's linked, I'm not sure. We'll find out eventually.
Oh!
Oh, look at this. Close racing. Go on, Nikolai. Give it some beans, mate.
Simability blue on his car there.
Yeah. Trying to repaint his car by stealing the paint.
Oh, good man. Whoa!
Round he goes. That's Jimmy Mcknight, I think. Yep, right.
He'll never come back.
No.
Look at that.
So into the. Is that turn one? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Look at him.
That's impressive driving from all these guys. Stephen Phillips is doing all right. He's 6 places up from where he started. It's like driving a spaceship at the minute.
Dachshund Racing.
Yeah.
Is that your best German accent or what is it?
Dachshund Racing. That's right, exactly.
This is getting a bit anti-German.
Whoa!
Oh, Jamie Wilson. Not having that, I know, but it was still a good one.
Iving Batman got turned sideways but got straightened out at the same time. That was kind of. Oh, it was Adam.
Oh yeah, Adam had a big switch going in.
Adam straightened him out. Thank you, Adam. Thanks for straightening him out. That was really nice.
So Stephen Phillips is 6 places up and Marco is already 3 up.
Yeah.
He's had a hell of a first lap.
Yeah, I think that's other people donating position. Whoa, look at that. That's another replay. That was Jimmy Mcknight.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bit more of a dramatic start this time, Stacey. Not the decorum of the last race.
You would think we're on the last lap here. Jeez.
well, Adam Wright's making up a few places now after his little whoopsie.
He is, yeah.
That looked a little.
Just think, I was actually going to say at the beginning when you were asking about drivers, I was going to say, yep, I'm rooting for Adam, but yeah, I can obviously curse him without even saying it.
Yeah, that's just a mental curse, that one.
Yeah, I'm really finding it funny that Kenzie's still out there in front. I would think he'd be penalized for jumping the start.
Well, he's got 3 laps to serve it. That's the point.
Okay.
Are you sure he jumped it?
I'm not sure he jumped it, no, but there was he was
Sam
very
said,
quick off the.
Didn't Sam say that?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, but the lights of SDK aren't completely synced up, right?
No, that's true. There is a slight delay, but he's well away.
Wow.
And he braked.
Yeah, no, that's jumping. That's definitely jumping the start.
But I think we'll see Mr.
There he
Nierov
goes.
into.
Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at this line. Is that allowed?
Oh, look at that. On and off the gas.
Yeah, don't think so.
That was me. I just nailed it.
He's serving his penalty now.
There he is. Yep,
right.
there he is. Yep. Oh, it's a stop and go. Wow.
Yeah.
It was stop and go.
40
Wow.
seconds, yes. He should have just, floor it and go for it, because he would have hit the penalty anyway, so...
I did the same thing on Phillip Island before, and I also stopped and then drove away again, but I should have just fought it because you get a penalty anyway.
Yeah, I saw somebody in an official race once absolutely nail it, like, as soon as you could do. And he got, like, about 35 seconds ahead. Served his penalty and still won the race. It was unreal. That was in Star Mazda. Yeah, that was pretty bullish from Marco Lowert. That puts Bob Woodhouse down a position from where he was previously. Was it Adam, was it? Ah, right, sorry. Green and black cars.
He'd always blaming BTS all the time.
All the time, every day.
You see Marco's got his high anxiety paint job on his car.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It almost feels like it's just a sprint race for 10 minutes.
Yes, it does feel that way. Yeah, you wouldn't
Wow,
think it was
look
an hour.
at how close they are. Holy. That was definitely very close.
There they go. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Who said that V8's couldn't be exciting? These guys are all in the second.
Look at that.
6 cars. Even Phillips leading the way, I think. Yes, he is. He's got,
Damn it.
yeah, he's got 6 seconds, believe it or not, to the next car in front, which is Nikolai Bogotyrev, and then the 3 NQR cars that we saw finish the first race, Linus Stern, are in this race, but Tony Klusterman is currently leading over Chris Jackson, and then Greg Carr. Adam giving some real attention to Bob Woodhouse now.
Yeah, Adam's really wheeling the V8 right now, I'll tell you.
He did have a good race last session.
On the outside, look at that.
Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
So that looked like Bob didn't give him much room, and then they both straightened each other up, but facing the wrong way.
Well, it could have turned. Go ahead,
Sorry,
Wildly, sorry. No, go ahead.
Wobbly, oh, that wasn't me. So yeah, he's touched him, turned him, and then they're both taking each other in a straight line off the track. So thankfully, neither of them actually crashed. But
yeah,
they
exactly.
didn't do any favours for one another, that's for sure.
Well, they both got out of it instead of continuing, which helped that. But like you said, they fell behind this little parade there, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we've got Vincent making his way back through the field. Stacey, he's you've commentated before with Vincent in the room. He's very, very skilled and part of the Scots setup. A bit of a class apart sometimes.
Yeah, he's having a difficult day today, Pete, I have to say. I'm sorry, you asked Stacey that question, didn't you? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You sound like a Stacy Bill.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Are you still with us, Stacey?
I am.
All right, cool.
I was letting the lucky Bill speak. I've missed his voice so much.
Cool. Yeah, he's having a good look at Marco Lowert now. Marco showing some damage on the right-hand side of his car.
Stacey, you're giving me so much praise right now. I'd be buying you cocktails if I was over there. Let me tell you.
Bill, I love you. Oh,
Oh, that was not very nice.
oh! Jamie got caught up in that as a bystander almost.
Spielbeck has no rear clip on his car.
Yeah, but this looks
well,
weird.
I'd love to see that again, Mr. Race Director. 20 to have right-hand damage.
Like a brake
What else?
lockup or something, I think.
I don't know what happened.
They touched on the straight, and then it
on the
marked out a
straight.
wobble.
Right, okay.
Here we go,
They
replay.
clipped the grass, yeah.
This is from Jamie Wilson's view. So they're closing together, a little touch and then
yep.
a big touch,
Yep.
and then Jamie thinks,
Good.
thank you. Oh no, there's a car.
Good catch, Wobbly. That's exactly what happened. Good man.
Don't say that, Bill. He'll get an ego again, bigger than the one he's got already.
I mean, I can barely fit in this room because you're so
Yeah,
fat and my ego
well,
has to go in there, Pete.
Yeah, and he's sat in a warehouse at the minute. It's massive, the room he's in. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah, he's got airplane hangar doors on his house, right?
Yeah, it's the only way he can get his head in. So, Tony Cleversman continues to lead this race with Mary Jackson in second. Craig Carr is just about in shot. There he is. In third, with Nikolai bearing down on him quite heavily now. This is the, we'll call it the creme de la creme of the race, because they've got a massive, what is that, 9.5 seconds or more ramp over the cars behind them, led now by Steve Phillips.
Yeah, we are
Well,
finally back
only
live.
now.
Yeah, I know. But I was pushing the live button for like the last 2 minutes. Which is...
Yeah, we'd like to advertise a vacancy for race director and cameraman. Because the one we've got
think
is...
Maybe Clive can do that.
What's the most needed is some kind of good developers to educate
Yeah.
people. So,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, totally. Oh, that's a lock-up from Tony. So he did that a couple of times last night in the... it's easily done in these cars. Don't forget this is an hour race. We're only about 10 minutes in. Yeah, 11 minutes in. And he's already locking up his fronts. So Wobbly, what would you be doing to counteract that front-end lockup? What could you possibly do?
When it happens to me, what I usually do is that when I start locking up on any car, I just decide to brake earlier and just be a little bit more on the trail braking side, so that I don't slam the brakes completely. So for Tony, for example, if you lock up like 3 times, I mean the tire really goes off on you. Unless you've been pointing out when I was getting beer and stuff like that, you told about the tire model thingy and something like that. I heard you rambling, but I didn't listen.
Yeah, nobody listens to what I say anyway.
No, but anyway, what I do, I start, for example, I brake at the 100 mark, and then I think, oh, I locked up twice now, so I start braking at the 105 mark or something like that, just to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and when you did drive this car, did you find that once you'd heated the tyres up, was it? I can't remember which track it was that you raced.
Motorsport.
Oh, Mosport, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that one, critically, when you get into Moss Corner, etc., and up over Mario Andretti straight and into the S's and then White's Corner, you do heat the tyres up quite significant. Did you find it difficult to cool the tyres off once you heated them up, or not?
Yeah, I drive kind of aggressively on corners, so I take them very square.
Ooh, Steven!
Oh.
Get back on
I was
track,
about
son.
to say it. Steve was gained 8 positions, but
Yeah, he
now
was
it's
doing alright.
still 6, right? Still 6 positions.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Yeah, sorry. So I drive very aggressively, so I dive into the corners really hard. And once I was in the practice and Tyler was behind me, he said to me, you're diving in way too hard, you're gonna kill your tires. I'm like, I'll be fine, I'm Superman. And after like 5 laps, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? So no, I couldn't cool them. So I bought an air conditioning.
That's class. So, and Stacey, do you get into the technical side of Z cars? In terms of understanding how the tyres react when they're on the things?
Not overly. A lot of the guys, I mean, some of them are a little bit more pro than others. Like some will take it a little bit more seriously. Some have more money than others as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
basically, some of the guys have got tyres on their cars that they should not really have. They should have new ones on, but they're still racing anyway.
Right. Scrubs, like proper scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not great. And the same theories are at work here on every race, and it emulate. Ooh, hang on, we got a chance at an overtake for the lead here with Chris Jackson doing a number on Tony Kloosterman and making it work. That's a good overtake. A very accomplished one at that. So yeah, it's with this car. I always found I'd overheat the tyres on the first lap and then struggle for the next 5. Then it'd come back to me for a little time before I pitted, and then it was all ruined
like
again.
A granny.
I do drive like a bit of a granny. This is true, but I only drive like that because if I drive any faster, I crash. So it's either crash or granny.
You got 2 votes. Crash or granny.
Tony Kloosterman has now lost to 2nd place, wobbly. So what are we putting this down to?
Well, if I look at the lap times, then I see just Greg and Chris just being a little bit faster, like a 2/10 a lap or something. So it might just be just team plays. Hey, go ahead. I didn't see the pass, so I was checking something else. Sorry.
That's all right. Good to know that you're being professional. Not. Vincent Skilbeck has just driven his buggy, which is the best way I can describe what's left of the car, into pit lane for, well, hopefully a complete rebuild. A new set of tyres, some more fuel, and an apology to his pit crew. Oh, that's a bit wide from Jamie Mcknight, who seems to be getting a lot. And he's now going to be victim to Kenzie Niewoff, who has just absolutely done him on the straight line speed, but he's not yet. They are side by side. And they're going to stay side by side into this left-hander, which is turn 8. And they're going to stay together again through turn 9. This is good.
This is great. This is great race.
This is what you want to see, isn't it, Stacey?
It's still there.
Race is on.
Race is really on, yes.
Oh, look
turn
at this.
10. Oh, they're still going.
Can they make it the full lap though?
They've got another 2 turns to do it, if that's what they're going to do. Oh,
He's slingshotting it. He's gonna get it back. Look at that.
yeah, he's going to cut back. Oh, he's not able to.
Good move.
That was awesome racing from these two.
So I was just checking the lap times and I saw that Tony had a really slow lap, so I kind of feel like that he just let Greg and Chris fast. Might be on a different tactic with fuel saving or something.
I suppose so. I mean, the amount that you can fuel save is similar on every track, as I've been informed by Gary Craig. As long as you drive the same sort of style all the way, fuel anywhere, but you won't be as fast. So I don't know that he'd start fuel saving though, part way through the lap, and here we go again with the yeah. This is the Jamie Niewoff Kenzie Mcknight race.
Niewoff.
What? Do it again.
Niewoff.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just going to make up my own words. It's easier that way.
You see Kenzie taking completely different lines than Jamie.
Yeah, ooh, what's that? Is that a slowdown for Chris Jackson? It has to be, doesn't it? There's no other explanation. Have you got an off track for Chris Jackson, Sam? No. What's going on there? So
Yeah, that's a slowdown.
It has to be, doesn't it? So he's pulled off the racing line, let the 2 other NQR cars go, and then drop back in. But if Sam's not got a registered off track, and I don't either.
Oh, me neither.
He must have just let him by.
But why?
I'd like to say just for fun, but what's the fun on giving your first place away?
I don't know.
Challenge.
That's a good point.
Sorry, Sam, what was that?
Yeah, just see nothing.
Yeah.
No clue what happened.
Well,
see
that's-
What he said.
Nikolai is still up there with Chris, Tony, and Greg.
well, he will be now because
Yeah,
if
he was lagging fast yesterday. It's-
he was quick.
yeah,
to be
without
fair,
this
yes.
issue, probably could have won the race.
Yeah,
Was not part of it anyway.
he got a penalty, didn't he, in the official?
No, it's not a penalty. He
No?
explained that on Discord. He had some issue, and if you would have listened to me early in the podcast, you would have known.
He doesn't listen.
So there's two
You tell him,
things.
Sam.
Yeah, thanks for that. There's two things. I don't listen to you. I'm always going to be losing on that. Here we go. Go!
You're such a knobbeat.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got these visions of Pete sat there on his chair, all suddenly jumping up with his arms in the air, going, Cam!
Shirt over his head, big belly flopping out. Go,
What do
Cam!
you mean, big belly?
If you like the curb cam, clap your hands. If you like the curb cam, clap your hands. Thank you.
So, Bill, can you add any kind of maturity to this?
No.
No, okay, right, that's Bill done. Moving on.
I'm gonna have to go on mute.
God, we got another 40 minutes of this chaos. Holy cow.
Yeah, so we are 21 minutes in, we'll call it. And at the front here, these four are reasonably inseparable, even though we can't understand why Chris is donating position. If he had no off-track, why was he giving places back? Further back in the field, Bob Woodhouse is, I think, in close company with Stephen Phillips, but I often get that the wrong way around. I think it might be Wood. No, it can't be Adam Woodward. It's Adam Wright. And Woodward is, he's done a BMX incident, hasn't he? And sprained his wrist or something, I don't know.
You missed it, Pete. Curb cam.
Oh, did I? Oh,
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, hello.
I don't want to. No, I'm not gonna say this. Never mind. I retract my
look at
words.
that. That's Stephen Phillips, Jamie Mcknight, which is unusual. Oh, look at this. And Kenzie Neil. What? How did you say it?
Newhoff.
That's what I said. That's what.
Yep.
That's exactly.
Oh,
hang
there
on.
goes.
Oh, who's that?
Tony? Is that Tony?
That was
No.
Greg. Greg.
So Craig taking the extracurricular route, yeah, easy for me to say, and doing a bit of gardening for the groundskeeper here at Motegi.
At this rate,
And
they
now
will
we're-
give the first place to Nikolai.
Yeah, totally.
There
all
goes Chris
this-
again.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. He might have this. No, not quite. Not yet, anyway. But yes, they are donating positions to Nikolai. He must be simulated helmet. There we go. Curb cam again.
Come on, Pete. Throw your back into it.
Why is Kenzie Neowolf looking like he's not in the session anymore? Oh, he's gone to the pits.
Yeah, he's back out.
Jamie Wilson also in the pits, I think. Although he did.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Have I missed anything? I had to go and walk away. I couldn't stop laughing.
Other than the race is over. No, it's not. So we've had, we think, Jamie Wilson and somebody else in the pits.
Kenzie.
Kenzie, thank you. Forgot his name completely.
Oh, what
Because we
happened
were
to
arguing about how you said it. Carr. Sorry, what?
Something happened to Ivan in the first corner, I'm not sure what.
Oh. Oh, yeah, he's right down the field.
He completely locked up and then just spun out. He did
That's very-
recover it.
Yeah, that's really weird. Here we go. Maybe this will explain. He's already got damage on the right front of his car, clearly. As he piles down into turn 1. Oh, lots of lockup and vanishes. Whatever. And then we're back with Jamie Mcknight trying to track down Stephen Phillips. Stephen doing a much more stand-up job this time around. 7th place, higher than where he started this time. Oh, hang on, it's Adam. Sorry?
Adam has pitted just now. Just out of the pits.
Yeah, so pitted so far is Adam and Vincent, who's right behind him. Kenzie, who's right behind them. Ivan. Oh,
oh, did Kenzie avoid that?
Oh no!
That's
Ow.
a rage pit, I'm sure. Looks like it at least.
Kenzie didn't hit him.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have another look at this. So, oh, he's nudged Adam, got out the gas, and then spun himself, and then helped round by. It was a good recovery. And Vincent's gone from the section.
So, who are you calling, Stacey?
Yeah, I can hear that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear the interference of a mobile phone against the broadcast. Funny.
I'm not calling anyone. My phone's near me though.
So
That's
stop
weird.
that. No, I'm just kidding.
That's really weird. My phone's right next to me, but I'm not doing anything.
Must be the FBI then. What is Stacey doing at the moment?
What can you hear? Because I'm just literally just sat here listening to you
No,
guys.
it was just mobile interference or something.
Yeah, we could hear mobile interferences like the old dial-up zip.
No, I blame Martin, then that's his fault.
It's
Yeah,
so
I would
much.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always Martin's fault.
100%, yeah.
Adam Wright busy doing fastest ever sector times in sector 3 at the moment, but he's just out of the pits, and he's 3 positions down from where he started, but everybody in front of him has yet to pit.
Stephen just pitted.
Where's Stephen? Stephen has literally just entered the pits, yes. Oh, Marco very sideways there, just in front of Adam. And lots of damage to that Holden Commodore at the moment. Until he pits, and he's not pitting this time around, he's going again.
Do we have a fast repair in this one?
Yes.
Yes?
Just the one, yeah.
Okay.
And Bill, what's the best tactic here? Drive on with a damaged car or pit the car as soon?
That's a crapshoot, Pete. It can go either way. I don't know. It depends. You know, sometimes you don't even feel it really. To be honest with you, if that looks like scrapes and bruises on the side there, it may not be affecting them too much.
Yeah, true. What would your option be, Wobbly? Would it be to box the car? Oh, look at that. But there you go.
I would have boxed it. Yeah, I would have boxed it when I would be able to finish the race. So.
Yeah, which was some time ago, I think. Because we are now on lap 20. I think you could pit as early as lap 16.
Yeah, 22 minutes or something is what I calculated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did have insider knowledge sent to me generously from one of the key racers in the race, as he always does. So thank you very much to my insider.
So I'm looking at Kenzie's pit stop time, and it was only 39 seconds in comparison to Bob Taus. His one was 45. I think 6 seconds.
That's massive. Why?
Gotta be tires, huh?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. You'd be taking tires anyway, right?
That's true, yeah.
So and if I look at the times of Adam, it's 43.
Yeah.
So it's still 4 seconds faster. So he might have just underfueled it.
Well, that's a lot of underfueling, though, isn't it?
It's about a lap.
Yeah. Oh, everybody into pit lane here. Some people jamming up. Oh, there we go. That's I didn't do that when I did my pit lane last night. Did you?
Yeah, no, me neither. Even though
I followed.
I missed my pit
I followed the
stall.
wall.
Yeah, I missed my pit stall, but I lost time doing the full U-turn as well.
Yeah.
You missed your pit stall?
Yeah, by just a small amount. But I
Were you
couldn't
trying
get.
to copy Pete?
Yeah, I tried to copy Pete, but. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was not quite that good,
Yeah,
you know,
thanks.
because I was
Yeah.
so far back. So, well,
I missed the entire pit lane.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not the same.
That's impressive. Yeah. Look at the rear brakes lighting up now on the cars. You can see them heating up bright red into turn 1. No, I was following the road, you know, the lines. I was following.
well,
I
on
just
every
checked.
single, yeah, on every single track you get a penalty if you cut the line. So
Yeah.
it's just what?
I just checked and Kenzie did take tires.
You can't. What? No, they will have taken tires, right?
Yeah, Kenzie did take tires.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Confirmation that he did. It's
Right.
saying yes, so he has tires and he changed them.
Am I seeing this right? Ivan is in 10th and he's not pitted yet. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Just checking. So the only other one other than Ivan not to pit is Jamie, who is leading the race. We better put a camera on him just for the briefest of instances. There he is. He's gone round again, so he's going to lead the race for a little bit longer.
It's beer time for me, we're back.
Honestly, he's like a beer drinking factory, isn't he? It's just on constant consumption of alcohol.
Heineken's must have a direct route to his house. What do you think?
Yeah. It's hilarious.
He's got his own delivery truck.
Stacey, has Martin managed to sober up yet or not?
No, he's actually really bad.
Is he really? Have you got a bucket full of Alka-Seltzer for the morning, have you?
Right, do you know what's really annoying about Martin? He may be hanging right now and really drunk, but tomorrow he'll be bouncing around like a Duracell bunny, which is really annoying.
Really?
Yes, it's so annoying.
Oh my god, he needs to die. Honestly, I have like 4 pints in a minute and I'm like hungover side for the rest of the next day.
He's been on the cider at this festival, was it 6.8% or something stupid?
That's ridiculous.
I know. So that was a fun drive home, but I got to drive the coupe, which was awesome.
What, your BMW one?
You know the red one he's got, the 3M coupe?
Yeah.
He never really lets me drive it, but I got to drive it today so he could get drunk. So I was like, yes, give it a key. So there's a bonus to him being drunk.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Glad you got to do that. Was it as much of a monster as these things that these guys are driving in the...
Well, it was rear-wheel drive, as you know, but yeah, I think my car's more fun than this.
Don't know. That's a good point. He's been in for the second time. Jamie Wilson, it registers him as being in twice, which is about right because he's very early.
Wonder if he's got transmission issues, computer.
Oh, right, okay, hardware issues, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
He's getting them on and off lately. Darn, he was doing really well too. God.
He was, yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he's
now.
away. He's away. He's way down.
He might have just been speeding.
Sorry, what was that, mate?
Oh, did he speed in a pit lane or something? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
He was a little quick behind them when they came in. I thought he caught it in time, but you might be right.
I'm just going to look at his pit stop time. Stationary time of 51 seconds. That doesn't fit a penalty, does it?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
So that's the first pit stop he did.
Right. Oh, he's away with no tyres then, isn't he?
Oh, I don't think he...
Oh, yeah.
Well, he had the limiter on, so that's weird.
I think first time round he may have pitted with no tyres.
Oh, goodness.
No, it's...
No?
Even if it's that... There's no way you're gonna do 51 seconds.
Here he comes into the pits now. He's got a limiter on there too. Huh.
Yeah.
He's up on the jack.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. We will ask him after the race.
So, Chris did his fastest lap like 2 laps ago. It's a 1:22, and when I test driving this, I couldn't go faster than a 1:23. So I'm fairly happy that I'm not there.
Alright, are you saying that you're slower than me on
Even
this
Pete
track?
is faster than you.
Yeah.
This class is
I-
that's brilliant.
I don't know. It feels I feel dirty now, but
That's fast. Yeah, just so that you can sleep well tonight. My 121.426.
let me check. I think it was 23, but if you say 21, I probably did that.
Here we go. Reverse. We
Let
will
me-
change our decision.
This drive.
Mark Oliver closing in on Jamie Wilson at the moment. Jamie's got a nice shiny new car. It's all nicely fixed. That's Ivan Batman's in the background, boxing the car. That's his first stop. He's followed the wall round like me and you did, Sam. Not done that crazy horseshoe thing. Else. That's probably where I lost. That's probably why I didn't win last night. Do you reckon?
Well, there is a yellow line out there. It looks like you're supposed to follow that.
Yeah.
Huh.
These are American rules.
American.
We don't pay attention to those. We're in Japan.
So Kenzie.
The line is just a suggestion.
Yeah, Kenzie is showing that it's no different to any other Dutch racing. You can drive damage on the left and the right hand side of your car.
Yeah, I did some door banging last race.
Yes, you did. That's all I'm going to say. Yes, you did. And to turn 1, these guys go. Bob Woodhouse leading the way here at the moment. Tucked into turn 2. Turn 2 is quite tight, but turn 3 opens up. Turn 4 and 5 open up even more. You can gas quite early, as long as you've approached the corner correctly. In the distance there, that is Jamie Mcknight hunting these two down. Into turn 6 here, and then under the bridge for turn 7. And then turn 8 and 9 are the S-bends that are here going uphill at the moment. Turn 10 is the hairpin that leads onto the back straight. Again, you can get on the gas early here and fire it off down this straight towards turn 11 before joining the start-finish straight. It's a strange line from Bob Woodhouse. He might get caught out here because Kenzie looks like he's got a good line. Certainly going to have more momentum and more slipstream going down the straight here into turn 1. Is he going to be late enough on the brakes?
He got him.
That's deep. That's deep.
It's deep, but it's good.
She said.
Good driving there from Kenzie. What did you say, Woody? What
Am I
did you
the only
say?
one that heard? Guys, I'm going to have to go shortly. Somebody needs some food to sober up by the looks of it.
Close to Marmite for Martin Brennan.
Oh, God. Oof. That'll get rid of the liquor quick.
It'll get rid of your stomach contents.
That's what I'm
for
talking
sure.
about, yeah.
Marmite's the most horrific thing known as a man-made creation.
Did he lose the baby line already in iRacing, Stacey?
You are?
The baby line, you know, the suggestion line.
Yeah, you remember we were calling him Ron Pursuit because he had the what is it, optimal line showing on his screen. It's the green and red lines show that you're going too fast into a corner or not.
See, I don't know why you called him that. I just started laughing because I thought you're just doing your random names like you do.
No, we were calling him Ron
I didn't
Pursuit.
know
It's only children that drive with the optimal line showing. To put it into perspective, even I don't have the optimal line showing.
Well, of course you wouldn't. You're a pro.
It doesn't matter where you drive, Pete, you don't have an optimal line.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
That's
boy.
class.
Woo.
It's harsh, isn't it, Bill?
Man, it's getting tough now, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Low blow. Oh well, Stacey, you take care of Ron Pursuit, and we'll see you for the next broadcast, hopefully.
Hopefully so. Sam, good show on the camera as usual. Bill, so good to hear you. Really missed you, mate. And Wobbly, don't ever stop being funny.
Bye, Stacey. Take care.
Yeah, you could start being funny, but there you go.
I can teach you, Pete.
And of course, Pete, don't stop taking the mick either. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that'll never happen. It's all good. Guaranteed.
Cheers, guys. Take care. See you later.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye,
Cheers.
sweetie.
Bye.
So, Chris Jackson still leads the race by 4.5 seconds at the minute, as far as my eyes are concerned. Then Tony Klisterman is behind him. Greg Carr is behind him, and that's the NQR train. Then you've got quite a long way back now to Adam for BSTV Sports Green. Then this group, which is led by Ken, Bob, then Jamie. These guys have quite a monstrous gap back to Stephen Phillips, which is the first of the incident cars, we'll call them, in inverted commas, the ones that have had spins, crashes and incidents. Stephen Phillips, Jamie Wilson, Marco Lewert, Batmans, and sadly Vincent Skilbeck, after his crash, has left the session. Bill, it's going to be something special to oust Chris Jackson from the top of this race, right?
Well, I'll tell you, he certainly earned it. I mean, it hasn't been a gift. He's driven every single one of them that he's won. He hasn't won all the races, by the way. If you look in the
No, he hasn't. Yeah, you're right.
He won most of them. I mean, the other ones, he didn't show up or something. I don't know. But anyway, he's earned them. He's done a good job, and as you said, it's going to take a mighty trick to get him out of first place.
Yeah, and Wobbly, with these cars being as challenging as they are, do you see anybody ever being able to take it to Chris Jackson in the future? Or does it require the likes of Johnny Brandon and Nicole Poggi and some of the other... I can't remember what team they were now, it's gone out of my head. But they were lightning...
XVR.
XVR, that's right. Yeah, cheers, Bill. Does it take someone like that, or can and take it?
Yeah, I feel like that. When I see Chris driving, it feels very controlled, and same counts for some of the other guys like Tony and Craig up there. And as you mentioned before, they drive the car like it's their life.
Yes.
Which pretty much means it's basically the same thing that I do in GT4, only I crash a lot.
Right, yeah.
And they're on a very high level, and if I check their iRating, and they're all up like 4,000, 5,000, and 3.5K. So they're really talented guys. And if you only drive this car, or at least for the majority of times, then you really get the hang of it. And I spoke to Chris after my last race on this one, and I really enjoyed it. It's a really fun car to drive, and if you master the slides and if you master the oversteer, then you can be up there. And if Adam keeps this up, I'll just see him being up there like the next season or the season after that.
I agree with that. He could be much. He could be in contention with a little more dedication to this car. You're absolutely right.
He's very controlled in his driving style, and even in TCR, he did drive the ITCR league with us a couple of times.
Yep.
And I didn't practice that much, but I did practice more than him, and I was really struggling to get away from him. He's just a natural talent.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And probably another guys who are just unlucky. I mean, Nikolai with the double pit stop and things. I mean, he was right up there, but then he got that thing with I don't know what happened, but it's
yeah. Well, he's a few seasons away if he keeps it up. I mean, Pete can tell you the first year or so that he started, he was a bull in a china shop, and yeah, he really was. But God, he's really got. And I'll say one thing about him: he always shows up, and he never drops out of a race. He does whatever he can to finish the race, and that's a good thing to do. You know, I mean, like what Vincent did tonight, I would have done that 100 times compared to, you know, he had a tough night, and I can understand. You know, you get fed up after a while. You know, you're 32 laps down, and you know, and every time you go back out on the track, you get, you know, into an accident. You finally say, "That's it. I guess it's not my night. See you later." You know, so.
It feels like, I feel like, for example, I keep referring back to the GT4 cars because I drive them a lot, but Stefan Goebel, for example, I tried to give him some tips to get him to help him out a bit to get a little faster, and he was right up there this season. So and it's the same for this car. If you just drive it a lot, and someone just says, "Oh well, turn this on one track, do this corner, change this."
Yep.
Just the little things, it will help, and I think that Chris and Tony and Greg are probably just, if they just help out, I think they do. I don't know that well, but if they just give one tip on every track, then it would be even more tighter on top.
Yeah. Well, Greg Carr he's not usually not here for the whole season because he has a daughter that comes visit him during the summer, so a lot of times he has to spend time with her, so we don't see him racing. He's a very talented guy too. He raced in the Porsche. I don't know what series it was, but he did an amazing job. I think he was one of those iRacing national kind of. I don't know what the heck it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was. He came in third in that, and I mean, he really did a great job. But he worked hard at that Porsche and did a wonderful job. Oh, we got wheelie bins in.
Are you with us, Vincent?
Hello.
Hello.
Wow, you had a fun night, huh, Vincent? Oh yeah.
Can I forget this one?
You can try.
I'll tell you what. You left about a half an hour after I would have the night you had. Wow.
Yeah. After that, after the first lot of contact at the start of the race, I was kind of in my mindset again as I was in the first races. Like, should I really be racing now? And then after I had that incident, after my pit stop, I was like, nah, that's it. I can't do it anymore.
When you made that last recovery and then you drove into the guardrail, I said, he's had it. That's it. He's done.
Yeah. I mean, I could have kept going, but I didn't have a fast repair left. So, after the first contact, when I had to pit early, I was already losing 2 seconds a lap to the guys ahead. So, yeah, it wasn't really worth me keep going.
The laps which you did drove without damage, they were pretty on par.
Yeah. I thought I had the pace tonight, but just being this track doesn't really lend itself to passing very well, so
I'll tell you another thing, Vincent, no matter what happened, you could not miss getting the contact out there. I'll tell you, no matter what you did, it was after you. It was your time. It was your night. That's it.
Yeah, well, after the incident I had last round with Chris, I thought, I'll try and keep away from everyone and see how that works. But every time I try to back off people, I just ran into trouble. So
yeah.
Sam, what happened
How
to
are you
Chris?
doing? Sorry, go on, Wobbly.
Sam, what happened to Chris? Because I think he went off somewhere.
Oh.
Ooh, Chris went off. I know.
Yeah, you're going to jump back in the car, Vinny.
Did he really? Wow.
See how many positions
There
you
it
can
comes.
get.
You got a lock up.
I think you should. Oh, he's
Whoa!
got a tire on the
Look
grass.
at that.
Oh, yeah. Sideways and stopped at turn 1.
And Tony got by him. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, turn
That's
2.
what I asked.
Yeah, spot on. So, how are you doing in Scops anyway?
Yeah, I haven't done the last 2 endurance races because I just haven't made the grid because, yeah, for some weird reason, when it gets to enduro time, everyone gets like a second lap quicker, so struggling to get into the enduro races, but apart from that, I've done alright getting onto the grid, so.
I noticed that Tony Klusman had palled up with somebody, and I was amazed that the guys that got in, the time from the top to the bottom was like 0.4 of a second or something. I'm going, oh God! I mean, that's really tight stuff, all the way down to like number 60 or something. Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, I looked at the times from last year compared to times this year with the 2 enduros we've already had, and the qualifying times were a second a lap quicker this year than they were last year.
Wow.
Whoa, that's
So I'm
unreal.
thinking now that I did a 12:45 to get into Bathurst last year, so I'm thinking it's going to be a 3 to be able to get into Bathurst.
Oh
this
my
year, so-
God! Really? Holy cow! Jeez.
Yeah.
Are you driving the
So-
right car?
Yeah, that
I sometimes think that.
sounds like a different car that we drive, Pete.
Yeah. Compared to these guys, I think I drive a Mark 1 Ford Escort.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time for these cars to be able to do fast. So,
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. It takes a certain touch. You gotta be so gentle and precise, and you know it's
Caress
an
it like a
amazing-
girl, Bill.
Oh yeah, that's where I fall.
Yeah,
I forgot. Thanks,
what I
Bob.
tell
Yeah, that's
everyone.
right. I haven't had that love in a long time. That's right.
That's what we started the night with.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Shocking, isn't it? I mean, you're more than welcome to stay in the booth with us, Vincent, unless you're keen to get away. Alien.
Nah, it's 6:20, but I'm still wide awake, so I'll stay.
Well, yeah, stay in, yeah. If you can join Sam's stream, he's got it showing live in Discord. You just need to click on it, and you can stay in the booth and irritate Wobbly as much as I'm trying.
You had
Yeah,
it.
no matter what we've done, we still can't get him to leave. So maybe you can get him out of here.
Yeah, that's irritating enough. He'll go.
It's right.
I'm getting squeezed in the corner because of Pete's fat
I was gonna
ass.
say he didn't drive tonight, so I didn't get to punt him tonight. So.
Yeah, it's true.
There
You
you
did
go.
bump me last time.
Did
Yeah, I
you?
did hit you last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
man.
I
That's
don't
my,
use
his right side was broken and my left side was broken.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Pete,
I thought
Pete
you
will
said
get.
you got done by Chris Shaw.
No, no, not Chris Shaw, Chris Jackson.
Oh, Chris Jackson, right?
Yeah, but we were driving fairly close and somehow we smashed into each other on the straight, I believe, or the back straight, I think.
I can believe
Yeah,
that
because I
of
was
you,
trying
Wobbly.
to
Yeah.
block both of you, and then I think Chris.
It felt like
got
we were
his
doing
wheel in the
TCR
dirt,
racing.
and then
Yeah. We were door banging the whole way, I think.
Hey Pete, I think you owe
Yeah.
Wheelie Bins Vincent a tenner now.
Yeah, that might be right.
But that's only if you kill me, right? I mean, I killed myself like 3 times this season. I didn't get shit from Pete.
Yeah, it's true. You don't get it from self-prophesized like wrecking.
I mean, I gave you a show last Wednesday.
In the GT4 TCR league. I'm trying to get people to wipe Wobbly out and offering them ever increasing sterling pounds in order to do so. And he just keeps throwing it off the track himself, and of course that doesn't get you any money, does it?
Look at
I rechecked that, right? So you guys keep saying I'm crashing a lot, but that's not true because I only crashed once, and it was on the thingy with the Red Bull ring, but I exited the pit.
But it's not got to you at all, has it? Anyway, so
Back to the race,
back to
Pete.
the racing.
So here we go.
Ooh.
This is an overtake from Marco.
Marco.
He stuffed that right down.
He's
the
awful
inside.
hot in there. Whoa, boy, the brake rotors are glowing on the back of that car.
And Jamie's got it back again
Yep,
because
yes, he did.
that was a bit too much for Marco.
Marco can't stand it. He's got to get by him.
Yeah, bit of to and fro in here.
Look at this. Whoa!
And Nikolai
He's been
was,
up his ass the whole time.
yeah, Nikolai was red hot last night, wasn't he? You'd expect him to do a little bit of. Ooh, I thought he was going to do that then.
There he goes.
He's
There he goes.
doing it.
Whoa!
2-in-1 for Nikolai.
I just flinched.
Oh,
Yeah,
but Marcus
Ma-
still has the inside line, so he might.
He
slide.
does, yeah. My bum hole did a little bit of tightening up. Just that's standard.
Little quiver, huh?
A
Yeah.
little quiver, yeah.
That's what she said.
Everybody heard that. Everybody.
Here comes Ivan on the inside. Is he going to do it? Let's see. Oh, look at
They
those.
got a bit of crossback
Whoa!
again. Yeah, again, the crossback. Come on.
Brake
That's a
rotors
bit
are
good.
glowing. They're red
Not
hot.
quite get it.
This is good racing.
Whoa!
It is.
It's hard to make
Marco.
it moving. There.
Nikolai.
Yeah.
I've been racing against Marco for like 2 seasons now, and he's elbows out, balls deep, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing, right? I mean, the guy is just really wants to fight for his positions and defense for it, and yeah, in the likes of it, you do get incidents with him, but still, I don't want to say it comes from a good heart, but it's not intentional.
No, of course. No.
No.
So Sam, do you agree with that?
I have nothing to say.
Nothing
Hey,
to say. Okay, we'll move it. We'll move on.
I'm sure Vincent
Whoa,
can tell.
look.
Whoa! Wow. I'll tell you, Vincent
Oh,
can
my
tell you
God.
how kind it is in Scops. I've watched some of those things. It looks like
Yeah, it's like a battle royale.
War of the Worlds out there.
Yeah, that's rough stuff.
Yeah, you got to
Ah.
kind of go into the mentality that no one's going to give you space, so don't give anyone
Yep.
else space.
Yep,
Yeah,
so-
I mean, you'd expect a massive pile of like wrecked cars at the end of turn 1 with that. It doesn't always work out that way.
No, it doesn't.
Another lock up from Marco.
Nikolai, pretty good distance from those guys now.
Yeah, I think Marco's locking up into a lot of these corners and like handing momentum over to Nicola.
It's the same philosophy, Pete. Right? When you spin, you press harder and you go slower. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the story of my V8 life.
This is the only close battle on track, right?
No, we've got Marco Lowert further back with. Is it Jamie?
This Marco Lowert.
Oh, this is Marco
Jamie.
Lowert. Hang on, I've got the wrong thing. I'm watching Bob Woodhouse.
Mcknight and Kenzie, maybe?
Oh, it's because my SDK's decided to just stop.
Yeah, Kenzie and Adam is
Excellent.
2 seconds apart, and Chris is still running back at Tony at 2 seconds. He's closing in with like a 10th lap.
Well, we're coming down to it too. We only got less than 3 minutes to go.
So did we see Chris or Tony this race?
Are they in this race?
And they're
I don't
so
know.
Not
far
sure they
ahead.
are.
It's insanely how quick they're driving.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what that is because my SDK's decided to completely stop.
Well,
to
we-
the point where I,
I'm-
121.
I don't know if I'm right watching the broadcast. Let's see.
yeah, I'm sure you are. My SDK's decided it doesn't want to show me anything
Oop. Kenzie
new
just
at
got
all.
past Adam.
Oh,
He
was
did.
that? Yeah.
Oh, now we got Kenzie and Adam. What happened? He was blinking his lights about something.
Well, Adam's miles ahead of him at this point in the replay.
yeah.
And
By Adam, maybe?
he does a bit of one of the.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
slow-mo,
lovely.
slow-mo.
Here we go. This is artistic.
That's
Yeah.
super. That's super
Every
slow-mo.
oh,
Whoa!
oh, the region.
Oh, that's okay. That's why the
It's
flashy lights.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's harsh.
Yeah.
I mean, he just started that back on track.
Yeah, the snap over steer.
I would flash my lights there.
Yeah, you would flash your lights anyway because you're annoying.
If I see you,
like that,
if I'm behind you, you try to kill me every time I lap you.
but- Fact.
And I would walk through the pits with a wire cutter and knock all those damn flashy lights the hell off.
Yeah. Damn right.
It did happen to me once on a night track on night lap on Catalonia. I was driving for an hour without lights because I hit this curve zone.
Yeah, we already had this with Ivan Batman's, where
No,
he
he's
did
talking-
about 15 laps in the dark with nothing.
He's talking about Catalonia, though.
Yeah.
It's almost as worse as
let's just
driving
focus on the
around
race.
Sebring with no lights.
Oh God.
The gap between Tony and Chris suddenly just closed within a second. Like Tony had
Gotta be
some
getting,
bumps here,
gotta be
some-
coming down. We only have about 2 laps left, I think, 1 or 2. We're on the last lap. Okay. Oh yeah, I see. You see the guy swatting at gnats up there on the start-finish line.
What's happening? Because the Chris is really closing in fast on Tony suddenly.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to lose.
Tony, maybe fuel saving?
It might be just
Shouldn't
minus
be.
DK because it just went up again.
When he could be getting tight on fuel, he's been known to run out.
Hmm.
I think he has had a bad lap.
There.
Yeah, it's quite easy to get a slowdown going underneath the bridge through that corner. 10-2.
Is that the right-handed?
Yeah. You can
Oh,
cut
that's
the
the start
curve, but if you
finish
cut
line.
it a little bit
He's
too
coming
much,
from
it gives you
the
like a
checkered
2-second
flag, isn't
flag.
he? Yep.
Yes. that
Yeah,
is
you
the
got
checkered
it,
flag.
wow.
Yeah.
Well done, Tony Klosterman.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice result from Tony there.
Mistake by Chris Jackson.
Chris
Red card
Jackson
there.
giving up some points at last. I mean,
And Kenzie and Adam still fighting it out. Looks like Kenzie's going to prevail.
Got the
Yeah.
better of that one.
Greg Carr, I think, finished third, or will.
He's across already. Kenzie.
Jamie in 6th.
Jamie Mcknight. Vincent's team. He's your teammate, right?
No.
Oh, I thought he was your teammate.
Nah, he's
No.
not a wheelie bin.
He's a sponsor of Wheelie Bins.
Oh, is he? Okay.
And he's also one of the admin moderators for Wheelie Bins as well. So
Oh, wow. Okay. So that means you
Even
have to be
Phillips.
nice to him? I'm sorry.
Stephen Phillips finishes 8th, I think, and then Nikolai is...
Nikolai could have been 4th. I'll tell you. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Nikolai went on vacation in the pits there one time when he stopped. God.
Yeah.
yeah, that
It's a
was
weird
good.
one. Yeah, it's very unexplained, it
That's
has to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your finishing order for tonight. Tony Klosterman finishes first. Deposes Mary Jackson or Car 11. Certainly not Chris Jackson. From the top spot for NQRB. A second and a quarter behind was Chris for NQRA. Then Greg Carr in third for NQRB team with Kenzie. How do you say it again, Wobbly?
Newhoff.
Thank you for Team Down Under. That was my best Australian accent. Real apologies for that. You probably feel absolutely violated.
Yeah. That's just getting a little wobbly over there. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. You could have done it a little bit different to me, I'm sure. Anyway, fifth was Adam Ross, BSTV Esports Green, which is the team that I drive for. So no favouritism at all, but well, Adam, top 5.
We allow you to drive.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on. Jamie Mcknight finished 6th for NQRA team. Bob Woodhouse in 7th for Concord. Stephen Phillips, my one-time teammate, finished in 8th for Dashdown Racing. Nikolai Bogatyrov, 9th for Bugme Racing. Marco Lewert finished in 10th for VTS Esports. Jamie Wilson finished for his team of Chimera, with Ivan Batman's finishing 12th for Track Velocity Racing. He had his lights on tonight. And then, who's that? Vincent
Skillbeck. Rage quit. Okay.
Rage quit.
Yeah,
That
pretty much.
says 27
Oh, he's that guy. Yeah,
Racing for Rage Quit. Yep.
yeah. Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Bit of an elaborate name. So we're gonna move on to some. Sorry, yeah, I should have pointed out, Vincent, that in the booth anything goes. So we're gonna start with an interview with. We think it's Mary Jackson with a deep voice. We know it's Carr 11. It could have been Chris Jackson, but we know better. Good evening, welcome, and
how are you guys doing?
we're all good. Bits of that were absolute pandemonium and absolute craziness, but you didn't see a lot of it, did you? Again,
no, I was having a blast.
Too far in front, yeah. So tell us about your races, multiples.
Race 1, I was worried my set was going to burn a bit of tires more than Greg and Tony, so I wanted to gap them and then maintain it, and I was happily surprised that I was able to pull away a little bit at the end. So race 2, I was just ready to hunker down a fuel save. I saved a lot of fuel, and I short-filled in the pits to get a bit of a gap, and then I started second-guessing myself whether I had enough, so I fuel saved. Long story short, I had 2 gallons at the end there, and I had a heck of a lot of fun after I botched it up trying to chase down Tony, so congrats to him. That was awesome.
So I was thinking that you were just being like benevolent to Tony and donating to the elderly, to be honest, and giving him.
He's a hockey player. No way.
Tony would kill me if I did that. No.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sure
no,
he
no.
would. Yeah. Obviously, he's not listening to this, so that won't come up shortly. In fact, I might handle. But there you go. So yeah, good racing tonight. A win in your first race, second. What do other people need in order to stop you from being in the top 2? We've got Vincent. We've got Vincent in the booth, and he's looking for some tips, aren't you, Vincent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, I can't share this with Vincent, but Greg and Tony both have the set I'm running, and I swear I maybe 50% me, 50% that set. I don't know, but it just seems to work almost everywhere. Mossport, I got caught up with my pants down a bit in terms of the wear, but here it felt really good, and yeah, I've been able to have good pace, been able to fuel save, been able to undercut people when I need to. So, and I haven't had to push super, super hard, which I think is when you have confidence in your pace, you don't force mistakes and you don't go for moves that you maybe 50-50. So I think that's kind of what I'm doing. So if, others can kind of do that same thing and kind of, don't be afraid to hang back a bit and wait for key moments. That seems to be kind of my strategies.
Chris, didn't you kill someone on the last race? On the last?
No, that was me.
That's class. Love it. That's brilliant. So, avoiding that question, Chris. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go and celebrate your win in your second place?
Racetech, league sponsor, SimAbility, our team sponsor, our team, everyone who races week in, week out, you guys for the broadcast. Just a lot of fun, so we'll really enjoy it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome stuff. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Take care, mate.
Chris
Cheers.
Jackson.
Oh, I gotta say thank you and love you to my my son and daughter, Logan, Ella, and my beautiful wife, Mary. So love you guys, miss you guys.
I love you back.
Smart move there, Chris.
I almost botched that one up. I would have in the doghouse for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
She was driving the car, so you do owe her quite a lot of thanks. So that's great stuff. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Chris. See you later.
Thanks, Chris. Bye.
So that was Mary Jackson. Bit of a deep voice for a woman, but there you go.
You idiot.
So next into the booth, I have dragged for Bill's interviewing pleasure, Mr. Tony Clouston, who has won.
Old guys rule, baby. Let me tell you.
In that case, I'm just going to step away because Bill's already taken this.
Well done, Tony. Well done. Congratulations on your win. How'd you do?
Thanks, Bill. A bit of a gift, really. Chris made a mistake there, and I was kind of taunting him afterwards to come and get me, and he tried. But yeah, it was a great day for the team. 1, 2, 3 there in that race, and I think everybody got some points for leading laps, including Jamie. So yeah, great result for the team, and very pleased. Good teamwork this week on setups and race pace.
Tony, we were commenting. I was commenting a little bit about how you've kind of struggled on and off the last I don't know, few months or so with getting pace and so on. You looked really lively out there today. You look like the old Tony, and looks like you got back.
Yeah, it felt good. Last couple of weeks, actually, it felt really good. So getting some confidence back. I think I went through a period of time where I thought, well, you're 66 now. Maybe you don't have it anymore. But yeah, you had some pace today.
And maybe it's that fancy chair you put on your rig. What do you think? You think that helped?
Yeah, well, maybe it did. Hey, it's the first race for this chair, and the first and the third. So that's probably my best result all year, actually.
Yeah, have you seen the messages on there, Vincent, with Tony's seat?
No, I don't think I have.
No, okay.
It's pretty fancy, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, he's got the whole Canadian maple leaf thing going on. So have you got a seat with a load of kangaroo stuff on it?
Who, me? No.
Yeah, no, okay. You need to. That might make you quicker. Tony, Tony, have you got any tips for Vincent? He wants to be faster.
Vince is plenty fast. Believe me, he is plenty fast. So
I'm not fast when I'm in traffic.
He must have had some bad luck today, because he obviously had pace in qualifying with a 19.2. I think he was sandbagging all during practice. Thinking
I was
himself,
actually. I was running the race the whole time. I just did the 30 minutes in practice.
Tony Vincent was the target today. No matter what he did, he got hit by somebody or a wall or something. He just couldn't get away from it. It was his day for that. So
Vince, I've been there. I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah.
Me too. Plenty of times.
This track's just a really pain in the ass to try and pass on too. So yeah, everything I try to do is like, nope, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a tricky track. You can lock up the tires here, and then the car's off for like the next 4 corners. It's terrible.
Tony, speaking of that, do you find the grip has changed in the Japanese tracks? I mean, we used to find that these are like ice skating rinks out there. And of course, being Canadian, you're very familiar with that. But what do you think? You think it's any better? Has it changed at all out there?
I was surprised at how much grip there was. I think just due to the time of day, most of the time we've run this thing in the middle of the night, and
That's
it's
true.
always really grippy then. I was pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you.
Good. Okay. I was just curious. Well, you did a bang-up job today, and I saw your granddaughter. Congratulations on that too in the Facebook today. Well done going to school, off to university. Excellent. And
yeah, it's a big day for sure.
oh yeah, oh for sure. Anyway, anybody you want to thank before we let you go and celebrate?
Yeah, the guys on the team obviously never quit racing. Simability, Racetech for sponsoring the league. They've been with us now for a few years, and couldn't do it without them. And you guys for always doing a great broadcast. I look forward to watching it a little later. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Tony. Take care.
Cheers, man.
Just
Oh, he's flushed himself. That's how quick he wanted to get away.
He wanted to get the hell out of here.
Didn't even give me a chance.
Did you see that, Vincent? That's how fast you gotta be.
Yeah, as quick as that on the buttons, Vincent. Quicker. All the time, quicker.
Oh,
Ninja.
the VTS king is here. Marco
He is.
Alert.
Marco.
I'm the only BTS.
So, king of the paint jobs, multiple paint jobs, is Marco Alert. Good evening.
Hi.
So,
I had a lot of contacts today.
yeah.
We didn't notice, Marco.
Yeah,
No,
really. And I see Vincent is also here.
yeah.
Talk about
I've been here for a while
contacts more than the law allowed.
Go fight.
Yeah, I think this was the paint shop today.
Yeah, I like the paint job, to be fair. I love that geometric design. We didn't see a lot of it because there was various different bits of damage on your car. You seem to have tracked it this evening. But you had a lot of pace. We were racing last night, of course, and I finished. But you finished all right. So tell us about your races tonight.
I had in the first race the same problem than last race, that I burnt my tires, my front tires.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I lost 3 places at the end of the race. And in the second race, I don't know. I have to watch the replay.
You had
but I have to apologize to Jamie Mcknight. I turned him around, I think, in the last corner in the second lap or so. But it was a lot of cars.
What was that?
So sorry for that. Yeah.
What were you saying, Wobbly?
No, I was just you had the netcode thingy with.
Yeah, there was netcode.
That was Vincent. Yeah, it was Vincent, and then you clipped the grass and you just. Yeah. So unfortunate.
It kind of spat you off the track, really, didn't it? Not a bad result though, really. Given all in, that it could have been a lot worse. In terms of where you've finished in the league, I don't really know now, because Sam told me I wasn't to trust what was on the website. Where is he?
I did not drive all races.
Oh no, you didn't. So you're fairly low down. It's not going to help your cause any. Certainly not going to beat Chris Jackson, but then nobody else is. Not without the finger of God to help them. But good result tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you disappear?
I thank you, and we had a nice race yesterday, and I hope we can repeat this in the future. The Friday night race also, and this helps me for the league race.
Yeah, I didn't have such a good race last night. Don't know whether you noticed.
I did not see you yesterday.
That's why I didn't have a good race last night. I was in a different time zone to the rest of you guys.
But I have to thank them because of he turned me around yesterday in the last corner,
Yeah, he did,
and therefore I recognized that I was braking too early, and I practiced this today. I was braking too early in the last corner. This helped me. Yeah.
See that, Sam? You're really
Sam.
nice.
Yeah,
That's a good guy, Sam.
Good guy.
Yeah.
He's not answering, is he? He's staying quiet. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, thanks for tonight, Marco. Great racing and very entertaining.
Yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye,
Marco.
He's gone.
Oh, you know some German words.
You what?
I worked for the Germans for 14 years. I got a few, yeah.
I'm sure you have.
Hello.
So, I'm sure this interview and broadcast has lowered itself.
The Chimera target car, Jamie Wilson. God.
Off you go, Bill.
No, you got him.
Oh, is he my victim, is he? Okay. So, Jamie, we saw your Chimera car with various states of disrepair, to be honest. You had a few come-ins together with a few cars. Spat off track in the first race in corner number, I'm going to go with 3. I'm going to guess that one. And you hit the tyres, and then you had another incident where you had to bail out onto the grass at turn 2, I think it was, to avoid other people crashing. A bit of a night of avoiding other people's crashes. Just couldn't get going.
Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of struggling in general. I made the very stupid mistake of putting the sort of audio of the stream on during qualifying, as you did on board lap to me. So that was the most distracting thing in the world, and that's why I never normally do it.
Is that because it was such a professional broadcast?
And then you went for a second lap. I thought, you idiots.
Really?
Oh, dear. Yeah, that was my first poor choice of the evening.
Right, okay. Let's go to the next one quickly.
Yeah, so in the first race, there was all sorts of shenanigans going on ahead, and I was on a bit of a weird line, and that turned 2, 3, 4 sort of complex.
Yeah, I was going to say just there. I was going to say it ain't so.
Yeah, there's a lot of camber change in there, and if you get your line slightly off, then it kind of buggers you up for all of it. And I just had such a violent snap that it pretty much just yanked the wheel completely out of my hands.
Right.
It was a very violent one. It surprised me. And I
Yeah,
just
we
ran out
saw
of
we saw
space
you
catching it.
exit stage right quite quickly.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Used to call that a specky crash because that was a spec racer Ford behaviour.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember those terms. Yeah.
Yeah, exit stage right sort of crashes. And then in the second race, it's there's a discussion about netcode and what is and what isn't and all that kind of business that covers that. But the gist of it was that I got Vincent and someone, I forget who it was, crashed down turn one, Stephen. And I was given a set of really crap choices to make as to how to avoid something. And I didn't really have much time to pick the least crap. I just had to commit to one. And I did. The problem was Vincent, I thought, had gone further off to the right. And he was perfectly in my A pillar all the way down to the apex.
We were actually on board with you for that one. It was one of those that you thought, oh, he's made it. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Oh, no, that was the crash with Ivan, Batman, and someone else that was in front of me.
Yeah, so
it was really weird because Ivan jumped right in front of me, which caused me to lock up, and then it was weird.
And then after that, I just kind of gave up for a few laps, and then Marco had some sort of issue which made him end up behind me, and that was a relief because it meant I had something to do for 50 minutes. So, and at the end, I just ran out of rubber.
Yeah, easy to do in this car, to be fair. Rubber seems to just evaporate off. Were you in the official race last?
No.
No. Okay. It was just not good for me. Anyway, we'll move on. Anybody you'd like to before we let you go?
Care to explain, Pete?
No, I really don't. Moving on. Anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank whoever sells wobbly alcohol for keeping him.
Well lubed. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Sam for not ballsing up launching the second session.
I know that was scarily smooth, wasn't it?
That was spot on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm better than Clyde on the cameras and on setting up sessions. So.
Yeah, it's true. Proven now. Yeah, Clive Blighting. Yeah.
To be fair, you do a great job with these, and I was just so stressed out. So thanks, Jamie. Thanks.
But yeah, thanks in general for you guys putting it on, and thanks to Marco for and Nikolai at the end there for keeping me entertained for 50 minutes in that section.
Awesome stuff. In that case, Jamie, we'll see you at Bathurst for the Enduro.
Yeah, the cleverly timed at the same time as the official one, Bathurst. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's really brilliant.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we do that?
Well,
God.
It's BSTV.
I've asked Simon if he wants to do one of the official ones. Based on previous, I'll be doing the BSTV one.
Awesome stuff. In that case, good evening, Jamie Wilson.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so next one into the booth is Stephen Phillips, who had a very set of races. I couldn't begin to tell you where my ex-teammate actually finished. We saw you Son's many panels, including a front spoiler grille and light cluster, and a rear boot and rear bumper. So it was quite an eventful night for you, right?
Yeah.
I know it's hard to understand, but it was all the panels on your car were missing. He was giving you English stuff, Steve. So
it was,
I'm sure I was properly upside down. Pretty frustrating way to start a race. It's a tricky track this week. Setup wasn't really quite working for me. So I was able to kind of just stay out of trouble a little bit the second race to finish at least in the 10.
Yeah, we saw you, in fact it's on the stream at the moment actually, racing a lot with Jamie Mcknight and Kenzie. And I think you ended up racing with Ivan for a little bit of time. So it was a busy night for you. I know you ended up in that getting magnetised to the pieces, but the second race was much more of a competitive feature, right?
Yeah, I knew that there were some folks that wanted to not be anywhere near at the start of the second race, so I was kind of hustling a little bit on the first lap, just to kind of get away from those guys. And I mean, I gave some of the spots back, but I mean, the pace just wasn't there today. So fuel saved a little bit towards the end, grateful to Jamie for some respectful racing, and we were able to keep it clean.
Yeah, he's a very accomplished and largely clean racer. He knows what. Obviously, he's a Scops racer as well, so not to be trusted at all, isn't that right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
yeah, totally right. So next time out, Stephen, is Bathurst. It's the endurance race. It's the mecca for V8s. Are we going to see you out there for that one?
It's the plan. Hopefully with some body panels this time.
Yeah, well, I can donate some. There was plenty fell off my car last night in the official.
Yeah, well, if you can give me a fender, and Bill's
Yeah.
got a trunk and a wing, and Wobbly's got the front bumper.
We might need an extra fast repair for that race.
I'd need it. How many laps is it? If it's like 52, I need 52 fast repairs for a start.
Just a handful, but I've always really enjoyed Bathurst. It's one of my. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm quick there, but I mean, it's one that I've always kind of been able to stay out of trouble on. So, looking forward to it.
I'll tell you, there's no track in the world like that one. Really, it's an amazing place. It really is.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. It's been a little while since you've driven the V8 on it.
Yep, exactly. Well, that's what belongs on that track for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody you'd like to shout out to before we let you go, Stephen?
Just Jamie for some clean racing. Appreciate the respect, and the dogs for putting up with me for the afternoon.
Yeah, totally right. What are their names again?
Zoe is the one on the car.
Yeah.
Her name's under the bottom of the wing, and Saxophone is the other one.
Saxophone. That's the one that I never remember that.
It's a hell of a handle. That's a hell of a handle to carry around.
It is, yeah. I mean, dog and a saxophone, linking that together, it's difficult, isn't it? Anyway, in that case, we will see you next. Stephen, congratulations, brother.
All right, guys, take care.
So, fascinating night. Motegi, I don't know. We hoped it would. There was certainly not a lot of races here. Better next time. Hopefully we'll get that, and hopefully the clash with the real Bathurst weekend doesn't impact it too much. It's one of those situations where you think this should have been a great race. Been massively exciting, and if I think we'd had more cars, it would have been. Is that fair to say, Wobbly?
I do agree. I definitely didn't thought that the track would be so competitive between everyone, and it was tons of fun to watch. I do think Bathurst is a way better track, obviously, but if you don't think that, then you probably should just go and leave.
Yeah.
No, but it was way more fun and exciting than I expected. And indeed, with like 20 cars or 25 cars, it would have been even more exciting to watch.
Yeah, and from your perspective, Vincent, more cars equals better race, or is this about the right number of cars to make it exciting race and keep it clean and professional? What's your thoughts?
As a spectacle kind of side, the more cars looks more better, but yeah, the smaller fields tend to produce a lot more closer racing, really. So.
Yeah. Sometimes
it does. I like it to be between 15 and 20 cars would be good size field for here. So
yeah, and we've had that before. Yeah. 15 to 20. I think I'm in there. a good number to get a balance of skills in the field as well. It's not going to be like Scops where everybody's fighting over a tenth. This one's more about people driving to enjoy it as well as trying to drive as fast as they can. Bill, it's been a night of well, I don't know, because I raced the official. I'm already expecting a lot of people to spin. It was a slip night last night. It was there was a few incidents. I was rubbish. I clearly didn't do the pit stop like you're supposed to. These people.
Yeah, you gain a lot of time doing that pit stop.
Well, apparently that. Could you have told me that last night? Can you go back in time and tell the me of last night that I need to like hairpin the whole thing? But anyway, but yeah, Bill, it's we need more cars, right?
Yeah, we kind of run into this problem, you know. I think I think Clyde and you and some of the godfathers of this, like Ronald Moons and all you guys that got together and put this together to begin with. You had a really novel idea for, and no disrespect to Vincent, but for the European guys and us to have a little league to run in, and it's really turned out well, but unfortunately we just don't seem to be able to get the numbers, and I don't know why. I guess a lot of it has to do with it's a difficult car to drive. I mean, I think. I think if you're Australian, I guess it's part of your blood. You can drive this thing automatically. I'm not quite sure, but but it is. I love this car. I think it's just sensational. I relate to it more than any of the other cars that we have, and I just, I wish I was better at it. I'd be in it all the time, but I don't know why we don't get the numbers. You have to work at this car. Like I heard Vincent say this before, that you have to work at this hard, put in a lot of time to get good at this car. And it's true, and it's a little different than, it's not just hammer down, go. You've got to be, precise with this car. You can't, jerk it into a corner, and you get on the binders hard, and with a spool or a locked rear end or whatever you want to call it, you're going to be around, so it happens. And, but I sincerely wish we had more vehicles. More vehicles doesn't necessarily make it better, but like you say, it gets spread out. You have groups of, you got the fast guys, you got the middle guys, you got the slow guys, and if you got a bunch of those, then you got some excitement. You got people to deal with, no matter, I was always crappy, and there were only a couple guys in the back that I could race with, and it's nice to have more than one or two. So hopefully, this will get better. I'm hoping it will. But I don't know if I answered your question, Pete. But anyway, as far as Motegi, I've never been a big fan of the Jap tracks anyway. But it's okay. It was fine for what it was, and it was a good show. So, and it was fun in the booth tonight. Different outlook. Of course, Wobbly showed up, and well. But anyway,
ruined it. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
What a boomer answer.
Yeah, really. And it was nice to have Vincent join us. But hopefully things will get better. And congratulations to Tony, especially. He and I are pretty good buds, and I was glad to see him come back with a victory for a change, because he was the kingpin. He was kind of the innovator of this league. So it's nice to see him win for a change.
Yeah, amen to that. And Sam, probably not the busiest now on cameras, but not the
No, it was fairly
technology.
easy today. Yeah, it was fairly easy today. There were only most of the time one battle at the same time, so it was pretty decent.
Cool. Yeah. So where are we at now? So this league will be back in a fortnight's time at Bathurst. I can't begin to remember where we are next.
More than a fortnight, my man.
Is it really?
It's October.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, we're off for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Where am I next? Then I am.
2 weeks.
Yeah, have we got that next level Barcelona race on Saturday, Sam? Next Saturday?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Brutal. Americans.
The 8 hours or 10 hours or something like that.
I think it's 14 for us, but there you go.
No,
for me and Sam, it'll be.
It's a 10-hour race, Pete. It's for the
10 hour, right?
10 hour race. Okay.
Yeah,
fair
it's
enough.
not Barcelona. In fact, it's Road America. But yeah, it
No,
not-
it's Barcelona.
No, it's Road America.
No, they've
No?
changed it. Wobbly. Yeah, they changed
Really?
it. Regular. Yeah, it's just all over. Anyway, and then the
Okay.
following Wednesday will be the first race of the 6th season of GT4 TCR. So that one's gathering momentum, and that'll be at an unknown track release schedule yet. I'll probably
rechecked.
get told that they have.
Wait, Pete. I'm gonna interrupt you. It is Barcelona. I just checked.
I know that. I said that.
No, you said Road America.
No, I didn't. You said Road America.
No, I didn't. Sam
I know
said
you
Road America.
Nobody's listening to you. Anyway, moving on.
No, man.
Not bad.
So, yeah, nobody knows what's going on. And BSTV.
Vincent, aren't you glad you drive rather than putting up with this crap? I mean, geez.
I mean,
This is
it's good
it's a
to listen
well-oiled
to.
machine. It's a well-oiled machine.
Just
Yeah.
like on Discord.
So, I'm going to say, watch us on YouTube, put up with us on Facebook, and endure us on Twitch. And don't miss any of our races, because they're all as bonkers as this. I'll say goodnight. I'm going to start with Vince, so he can say goodnight. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks
night,
for watching.
everyone. Yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. It was a good race. Have fun next week.
Wow. That was really good, Vincent.
Doing this.
That was just off the top of my head.
That was excellent. All right. Yeah. Good night, everybody. And thanks to Sam and Pete and Wobbly and Vincent for joining. And, of course, Stacy, who had to leave early. We'll see you in a month or so. And have a good evening, everybody.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
That was fast. Thanks, probably.
That's how I roll.
Yeah. Well, nothing could have been the same, So. Well, anyway. Good night, guys, and we'll see you next time.